And we're going to go live on our custom stream. I love this stuff. Got it. All right. So usually right away, we are live. Like as soon as I say this, we're live. So we should be live right now. It looks like we got 12 people watching this already. We got some people in the chat. We got Scuba Steve in the chat. So what's up, Scuba Steve? We got Josh Marsh, Will Fly, Jim from Canada, and carepp.com. Eric Von Erich, he was a student today, actually for the last week. So he's heading back to Texas, but he's saying, hey, he's listening to us. So what's up, Eric? Amazing guy. He did so great. I can't wait to post that. And Scott, is that Scott Miner or Milner? So welcome everybody. This is going to be a great podcast. Let's go ahead and say hello to everybody on the panel real quick, and then we'll get over to our guest tonight. And this is going to be great. We're going to do an hour. We are going to have a spinning wheel of Winnie things. So make sure you say hello to Will Fly and let him know that you are in the guest or in the chat so we can put you on the spinning wheel of Winnie things. All right, guys, let's start with Jim. He's our official sponsor for our show. He prints decals and stickers and calendars. Man, I couldn't do this without him. And he also has a great deal if you want anything on his carepp.com or his DIY site. All you have to do is use the code PPG Grandpa and you will get 10% off. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Well, thanks for the welcome. Yeah, that's awesome. I hope that I can entice some people to take advantage of the 10% off PPG Grandpa.
Absolutely. Well, not 10% off of me. I'm full price. I am full price, man.
Oh, no deals on PPG.
There's no
Grandpa.
deals for me, buddy. I am vintage. So, so what do you do, and what can you do for people if they want to get some stickers or calendars made?
Sure, just check out the website carepp.com. You can go to the DIY printing side where you can design your own stuff and click print, and it'll print out and get shipped to you. And then if you need something custom, which then just connect with us with the custom printing side, and we'll get you a quote on it and give you that discount.
Now, I know that your money smells like maple syrup. Does your stickers end up smelling like maple syrup too, or is it just your money?
I've never scratched and sniffed my Snickers, so I have no idea.
No scratch and sniffs. All right. One of these days, we'll definitely have to try some scratch and sniff Snickers. Hey, Jim, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for helping on the background, and thank you for being our sponsor on the show and helping us with calendars over at paramotorcalendars.com. All sorts of stickers, which we are giving away. Appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much, Jim.
Thank you.
And we also got Joshua Marsh from Joshua Marsh PPG. You can find him at ppgjosh.com. He's going to help us out in the background. He was also a guest, which is why he's also on the panel. What are you going to be doing for us tonight? You're going to be playing videos and pictures of our guest, Mike?
Yeah,
right?
I got a couple videos from YouTube and his Instagram reels, a couple of them hit. So we'll be going through them, watching how he does things.
Awesome. All the links are down below. Mike's bio is down below, so you'll be able to see our Paramotor guest here and what he's all about. We also got Paramom USA. She is our PR girl. If you want to be booked on the show, you better get up with her by going to paramomusa.com. It forwards over to her Facebook page, and she'll get you on the show. Welcome, Linda.
Hi, welcome. Hello, chatters and viewers and everybody out there. It's Monday night. The only place to be is right here with us, right here. This little my awesome panel. And I just want you all to jump in the chat and enjoy. We got lots of stuff in store tonight for you.
Excelente.
Thank you
so
much.
You got us booked up until what, February now or something like that? So
January. I'm working on something for January, so.
Okay, I know we got a couple.
I can't give any secrets out, but.
Oh, there's a secret. Okay, excellent. I love secrets.
Yes,
so
yes,
do you want to get up with
one spot open, one
One
single.
spot in
So
January.
I'm working on that.
So if you want to be on the show, it might be February before we can get you on. So thank you so
Yep,
much, Linda,
yep.
for everything that you do. We definitely appreciate you booking
Thank
people.
you.
Wouldn't be able to
Thank
do this
you.
without you. So thank you, Linda. We
Yeah,
also
thank
got
you.
Will Fly from willflyppg.com. He is going to be putting all your names in the spinning wheel of winning things. He also got a new .com, paramotortips.com. Is that what it is, Will? And you're on mute, so we can't hear you.
That's it. I totally forgot about it. I completely forgot about the fact that I got that.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
I've just been so busy working on the van and stuff that I haven't even flown. So,
Oh my goodness.
but I made time to be on this very special show, and it's good to be here.
We thank you so much because we know that you guys can do anything that you want to, but you are here with us and you're helping us in the background. We also got Scuba Steve. He actually won the paramotordude.com. You want to learn more about Scuba Steve? Go to paramotordude.com. All right, guys, tonight is not about me, PPG Grandpa, where you can always find me at iflyparamotors.com or over at our school, paramotorarkansas.com. It's not about me. It's not about our panel. It's all about our guest. Tonight we got Mike. Man, Mike, he not only is he a Marine, but he also flies paramotors and he's also has his GA license. Man, welcome to the show, buddy. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. It's been great flying paramotors, and then getting to be here is awesome. I'm stoked. So thanks.
I know that we talked about your last name and I didn't want to say it wrong. What is it? Because I
Say it, you can't be afraid to say it. It's Crockett.
Crotchet. Okay.
Okay,
I
it's
didn't know if
okay.
it was crochet or okay, crotchet. All right. I know that we talked about it before on
No, it's all good.
on the pre-show
All
and
good.
last week. I just
I've
didn't want
heard.
to say it.
I've heard worse. It's no big
Really?
deal.
Tell me what's worse. No, don't tell me. So
That'll be your new nickname, man. Don't tell us.
yeah, don't tell us. It might be your new nickname here. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. And as always, we always ask, so tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into paramotoring.
Oh, well, I'm Michael Crockett. Was in paramotoring just this year, or excuse me, sorry, last year, 2021. Is that right? Yeah, 2021. I started actually flying a little bit of GA first, which I was trying to get into paramotoring before I got into GA. And I was one of those guys that bought equipment before I bought training. So I kind of, I forgot to mention, I bought a Fresh Breeze 202 Simonini. It's set in my house for a year. And I would tell myself every day, I'm going to go train to fly this thing. I'm gonna teach myself maybe. I don't know, but I just couldn't afford to break it. So it just sat in the house as like a nice little piece, something to look at and futures to hold. So it never left the ground with my feet. I never trained on it, planned on using it after training, but I ended up actually selling it to my instructor and traded him.
So let me ask you this question real quick. For people out there that are always asking or think that it's better to grab, equipment before you go to training, what would you say to them?
I'd say don't waste your money, because I pretty much spent $4,000 on a used paramotor, which wasn't bad because it was just break-in hours. But still, at the same time, once I did training, I realized that I had much more outdated, older equipment. And I mean, I had a buddy who just recently purchased one, and I tried to say, "Hey, man, don't do that, don't do that." He still did it anyway. So he just wanted me to be happy for him, and like I'm happy for the guy, but I could have got him a better deal had he waited. But you know how the fix gets you when you get that Sky Fix, you just you want to just grab it and go. And I would say just wait and get training, and then after training, you can go off what your instructor says or use their equipment. I mean, I know a couple instructors, or at least my instructor, I think as long as he's not using it for training, he actually rents out his gear to students who have been through his course for like $50 a day, I think. So even if you haven't figured out, the purchase and which one you want, you can still go to him, and after you train, you can give him like $50 a day and say, "Hey, thanks, let me borrow it." So I would just say, hey, just hold off, get your training, and then decide, because I bought a Fresh Breeze Cine 202. It had 3.5 hours on it, and the guy just couldn't get it off the ground, said he needed more training. So yeah.
So what are we watching on here? Oh, you're on your phone. You can't
That's
see what.
Oh, I can see it now.
Oh, you
It's
can?
shared. He shared the screen. That is my training. That's a little bit of my training I recorded. There's Todd Falone, and that's me reverse kiting. And they like, that was like one of my first videos, and I used my computer to make it with the video, and it had really good bouncy music, just kind of normal. No, apparently it was copyright infringement, so they made me go through it and mute everything. So it kind of sucks because you can't hear the talking or the sound, so I had to mute it. I don't know if I could ever get that audio back, but yeah, they made me basically mute pretty much everything in there.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to re-upload or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, that was toe day. Today is toe day. I remember saying that.
So I see on there that you were training in May. What day was your first flight?
So we did May 1st through the 7th, and we had really crappy weather in the first couple of days. So we did all our ground inside. We even got rained out one day. So I think May 4th, May 3rd, May 4th, I want to say, was my first actual day we did flying. And then from that day forward, so I think this was the first good day we actually had on the field, was the day we did towing. We had a couple of days where we kited, and then it rained, windy, and then it got clear again. So we did tows, and then we did what they called, what's that? What they call it? Oh, paramotor kiting with your, what they called? I can't remember the term. I'm thinking of right now. I have a brain fart, but basically we put our motors on our back, and we're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna kite with motors, motor kiting. We're gonna motor kite.
So like powered taxiing or something.
Well, he calls it
actually,
motor kiting. He just gets you set up, and he's like, it's motor kiting, but it's not really motor kiting. If your wing's good, you're gonna go fly. But they just call you. They just try not to get you off. They don't let you know. They don't want you knowing that you're actually gonna fly until he sees a good wing, and he's gonna send you up. So he's talking to you in your ear the whole time. So yeah, this is me doing the tows. And actually, they made a bet. They said, oh, if you hit the cone, Teresa, his sister, is gonna buy you a steak dinner. I'm like, oh, I want a steak dinner. I want a steak dinner. So I got close to the cone, but after that, it was like, I could never hit the cone. Bug got on the screen. This is me recording on my laptop at the time. And actually, if you look at his hanger.
You're recording on a laptop while flying?
No, this was recorded from my laptop, from my GoPro, because I didn't know how to figure it out. But if you look at the corner,
gotcha.
If you look at the corner of his hanger, there's actually a paramotor wing stuck on his, and I got a story about that. But yeah, it was crazy. As one of the other students there, he was a bigger, heavier set guy. That was the trainer's only tandem wing that he had at the time. And yeah, he's another Marine. He was a guy who sells corgis or breeds corgis for a living. He was a big, heavy set guy. And
did he hit the building or just the wing?
The wing hit the building. So he just froze. Instructor's like, left, pull left, pull left. And he just was going straight towards the hangar, and he thought he was going to land in the gravel before the hangar, is what he told us. But he caught the hangar with the wing, swung in underneath the hangar door, and then landed on a, I guess you'd say like a gas can carrier for the back of like a Explorer or a truck. He landed on one of those and like bent one corner of it. I mean, he's a heavy set guy, and you could tell he was in immense pain after that. And that was his last day of training. They had to repair the wing before. That was the only wing he could fly because he was so heavy, and they had to repair it before he could finish his training. And they said he can come back and finish training, but I talked to Mike since then. I don't think he's actually came back, which is kind of sad. I was hoping he would have another Marine flying in the skies, but I think that did it for him that day.
Was that your first? So that would have been your first tow there, like a couple of videos back.
Yeah, it was one of my first tows. Yeah.
I remember my very first tow. But
I loved it, dude.
What feeling? I mean, how did you react to that? Your initial reaction?
I think my initial reaction was, oh shoot, excuse me.
Yeah.
I think I had alarm go off here. I hope I'm still back. Okay. My first feeling was like, oh, I'm actually doing it, and I'm in the sky, and then I'm like hooting and hollering. I think like, yeah, woohoo, just hooting, and it was scary too at the same time because it was like, oh man, I'm up, I'm actually up in the sky right now.
Yeah,
So
that,
it was a
that was mine.
it was a little like a wake up call, like, hey, you're flying now. You better listen, and like, yeah, it's fun, and at the same time, it's exciting, fun, and scary all at the same time. So it was a bunch of mix of emotions that day. I love
Did it take
towing.
your breath away?
What's that?
To me, it took my breath away initially. When my feet first left the ground, it was like, you know.
Yeah.
And so
I like I said, I
that was
think
the
I think I clenched. I think I clenched up a little bit, but it was like I said, like there's so much going on. I'm like, and I've did the Marine Corps training and stuff like that, and I didn't think, oh, I can do this. I ride roller coasters, and I just actually at the time, I think I actually had 7 hours NGA training and did the paramotor school. So, and then that was what was crazy in my GA training. I'm not trying to go into that right away, but my GA training, I think my second or third lesson was, let's do 45-degree steep turns. And I just ate McDonald's that day. And I'm like, oh, I got this, no big deal. No, 45-degree steep turn, pulling a steep turn. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting woozy, dude. And he's like, you're going to throw up? I'm like, I don't think so, but maybe. I'm like, yeah. He's like, just open the window, lean your head out and let it go out the window. I had the shoulder harness on. And so I'm like, open the window and I'm stuck right here. I just can't get my head out the window, and it just all comes out. Doesn't even make it out the window. It just hits the back of the aircraft. And it was bad. So my instructor actually went and helped. I'm like, we landed the plane. He's like, yeah, we got to land now. I landed the plane, and he's helping me clean up my throw up, which is like, dude, you got some. I was like, I don't know why you're helping me, man. I would make my students do that if I was you. I wouldn't touch the stuff. He's like, no, man, it happens more than you think. It's like, wow. So I was like, well, I appreciate you hanging with me here and cleaning this nastiness up. They had to put some air fresheners in it a couple of days. It was bad. But yeah. So I wasn't as tuned as I thought I was to my body. And I think when I started doing paramotor training, I think that might have helped with the steep turns and stuff, with getting the body used to the motion, because I haven't gotten sick since paramotor training and GA training. So I spent like $200.
I got a couple questions for you. Well, it's funny that you trained in May, because Kyle says my first flight was May 4th, but I don't count that because I only flew about 30 feet before I hit the ground and nicked a prop. So I flew May 5th. That's of this year, but not last year. How many props have you broke, and have you turtled yet?
I have not broken any props. Thank goodness. I have 0 props broken. Still have the original one on my motor. And I have not turtled yet, but I'd call it a Tigger bounce. I have on the paramotor that I have, the Adventure Pluma, excuse me. I have this, it's called the bumper. And the bumper, I like it because if you take the bumper off and you try to stand it up on even ground, it likes to fall over, the Adventure Pluma. And so my instructor, one of the guys that was helping us instruct, Todd Falone, actually, he was saying, oh, you're doing good now, man. You can take that bumper off. I was like, dude, I kind of actually like it because it helps it stand up on ground when it's uneven. But I did I think on my first actual takeoff in one of those videos that I have, my first actual takeoff was great, but my landing, I didn't have my chest far forward enough, and I came down like with 1 foot underneath my motor and used that bumper. I bounced the bumper and it bounced me back up on my feet. So I did have one of those, and I have taken a knee. I actually took a knee my first flight on my new wing, my Hydron 3. So,
all right, another question, and maybe this is for the whole panel. Maybe y'all can answer this too. If you do tow training, which I did not get, do you think it takes away from your initial experience the first time you fly a paramotor?
I don't know. Are you asking me or just everybody? Anybody? I
Everybody
actually
can
like-
answer. I'm just wondering because towing, you actually go up in the air, so you get
And
that
that's-
feeling.
That's my dad's house, actually. So, I mean, he's not under there, but that's my dad's. That's Dow, Illinois. Actually, that's Dow Tower, what we'd call Dow Tower. Sorry, the video. But I actually like towing. I like that aspect of it because then you can kind of get the experience of landing a little bit without the motor. I enjoyed it because then it was like, hey, you're getting towed up on a line, you get up in the sky, he lets the slack out, and then all the stuff he's telling you, left brake or right brake, small inputs, and he kind of teaches you how to land before you actually go up for your first flight. So I enjoyed it. And still to this day, he offers towing on good days when it's doable at his fly-ins, but it's just been the weather hasn't been great enough to do the tows during his fly-in. So I would recommend it to people because I would go up and tow. You know, he says he'll cut. You know, you get done with the training, he'll tow you up and go up to like 1,000 or however long his tow line is. Go up and then you just release the tow line, then you come down on your own wing and
Do you know
just
what kind
glide
of
back down.
you know what kind of tow it is? Is it like a scooter tow or is it a payout winch or what is it?
I think he's got some kind of winch hooked up to his. I think maybe it's a whole winch setup. It's been so long since I've seen it. It's been since my training, but I think it was hooked up at one point on an actual frame that he connected maybe to his golf cart at the time, or maybe he did have something else out there he had it hooked up to because he's at one end of the field and you're at the other, and then you got to make sure you got a good wing, and you just whenever you're ready, you run, and it gets overhead, and once he sees a good wing, he's towing you in, and you just go up, and a couple of guys like what they call lockout, I guess. You want to follow or stay within that. They tell you got to stay in this window. If your wing is going this way, you need to pull it back over and keep in line with the tow line or within his field. So that's something to be aware of. Like the guy who froze, which is like he's telling him left. Like if he would have just moved his arm left, and he wouldn't have swung in and hit that the heart. Had that happen actually. So
Yeah, Steve, I would agree. I would personally have loved to have done towing first. My first time up, I was on my equipment and I came down, I stuck the landing, everything was great, but I'll tell you, I was scared out of my mind. And to have all that expense on your back at the same time, I would have loved to have tried it first, like Mike did.
I mean, well, I guess I wouldn't say that was my first time because I did do parasailing, which is, I guess, similar to towing. You're just being pulled behind a boat, but I knew how smooth it was, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. I can do paramotoring now."
Yeah, I've seen
I think parasailing and paramotoring might be a little bit different.
Yeah, I've always wanted to parasail, and ever since I learned to paramotor, it's like I've seen too many parasailing accidents to not really want to do that anymore.
Yeah, I see in the chat. I think Travis said, "Someone please explain the tow machine. I never did any tows during training." Mike, do you want to explain what you know as far as towing, and I'll add something to it because we do towing also.
Okay, yeah, I can tell you what I remember and kind of from memory and what I remember seeing. So he hooks you up to a tow line. You're in like a kiting harness or what's approved kiting harness.
Free flight harness usually.
Free fly harness. He actually has free fly harnesses now, upgraded those. So it's probably a free fly harness if I remember correctly. But so you get hooked to that. You stage your wing up like you normally would. He's got the line at the other end of the field. He actually has one of the other instructors go out on like a scooter or moped or whatever he's got, a one wheel, whatever he can get back and forth really fast. He goes down and brings it to you. And then when you're all set up and ready to launch, you hook in. You got his other instructor, Teresa, there ready to tell you, okay, whenever you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go. And she's kind of watching for anything that might be out of the ordinary, and everything looks good most of the time. And when you're doing it, and so it's at the other end of the field. I'm guessing it's on a winch system somewhat, and he's reeling it in on his end. Once he sees that good wing come up, you're running towards him, at the opposite end of the field, he's over there, you know, he sees a good wing, so he's cinching it in as it's coming up. And I think he gets you up to about 50 feet, maybe 100 feet, and then he kills a power on it. And then you come down on you leave. He said, just don't worry about the toe line. It just drops between your legs, and then you just come down on your own power. He's done it so many times that he knows how high to get you to get him to you, to get him to you to the end of the field where he's at. So most of the time, you're not going to overshoot the field. You're just going to land probably right before or right at his toe machine usually.
Okay. Does anybody else have any experience with toe machines that they want to talk about before I talk about toe machines real quick?
Yeah, it's an awesome question too, Steve, because I was fortunate enough my first flights were toes. And first of all, I remember I said that my very first response was fear. It's just a natural thing, you know, it just kind of gripped me. But I mean, it was fleeting. And then the whole toe lasts, it's a very short period of time. You go up, you come down, you go up, you come down. And so I think if nothing else, it removed that initial reaction and allowed me to concentrate more on, you know, following the instructions of my instructor over the comms. So, I mean, if I had a choice, to do it all over again, I'd definitely recommend. And no, I don't think in any way it diminishes the feeling you get when you take flight on your own with the motor on your back. I don't think it takes away from that. I think it enhances it.
I agree. I
That's
think
what I was thinking.
I
I
think,
would think
yeah. What would you say, Jim? Go ahead.
I would think that it would enhance it because you can focus on the flying. You don't have to try and convince yourself to listen to the guy in the radio. No, don't flare, don't flare, don't flare. Listen to him, listen to him, listen to him. The ground is coming at you so fast. I agree. I think that a towing, it would be the best way to go.
Well, and that video is me having my first go at my wing with my brother recording me. So this is me not knowing really other than watching videos on YouTube and Tucker Gott. This is me trying to kite my wing for the very first time on video.
So one of the things when you first tried to get that wing up in the air, you thought, man, looking at these people, oh, right on the leading edge, exactly. And that's exactly what all
my
students,
first time.
everybody seems to bring it up, and then it just turns and lands on that leading edge. I think I need a shirt that says, you know, not on the leading edge. Right now I got warning, may talk about paramotors. Oh, speaking about shirts, guys, we got a shirt right here. It's a Paramotor pilot shirt as it disappears on my background.
Magic screen.
Pretty cool.
That's
And,
cool.
so that's going to be one of our shirts that we give away tonight. So make sure you say hello to Will Fly, since he's going to be doing the spinning wheel of Winnie things. And we're also going to be giving away some stickers and some other fun things. But as far as towing, let's go back to towing real quick and finish up that. We do towing. We have a scooter tow, and it has about 2,000 feet worth of line. And we do the same thing that your video showed. The student goes up to about 100 feet, and then it goes slack, and then they come down, and then they flare. And I think it really helps the students a lot, because now there's like, oh, I already flew. I know what it feels like to come down. I understand what it feels like to flare now. Also, too, bunny hills, if you get the chance, bunny hills are really good if you don't get to tow. If you go to an SIV course, you will also be able to get towed up to almost 4,000 feet, especially like the one over in Florida with
Andrew Fuller.
With Andrew Fuller, yes. He has a boat. He calls it Spooky. It's a payout winch. It's actually a gas-powered payout winch. And he will go out. He'll start the boat. He'll go, 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 go. You feel a little bit of pressure because it's paying out. And then right at the very end, once you can't hold it back anymore, you start running forward. It inflates. Boom, you shoot up. And over the course of X amount of minutes, you'll get up to about 4,000 feet. Release. And do some amazing fun things on the SIV course. So make sure that it's a payout winch. Don't just tie a rope or a line or a string onto the back of a hitch on your car or a
Yeah.
four-wheeler or anything like that, because just like
Yeah.
you were talking about, there's something that will happen as you come up. You'll start going off to the side, and if you don't correct it in time, you're going to be locked out, and all you're going to do is slam, boom, right into the ground. So it has to be a payout winch. It has to be someone that knows how to use a winch, because if you do it wrong, it could be very, very, very
Unforgiving.
bad. I'll just say very bad, because it will be very bad.
You know what I have trouble understanding. I mean, I think it was I don't remember. Apparently, Kyle has one that goes up to 5,000 feet, but it seems like the longer the tow or the more line out you have, the more weight you would have. So does the boat have to go faster and faster and faster? I mean, you see my point, the physics of it. I'm just having trouble understanding all of that weight. That cable's got to weigh a lot. You know,
Yeah,
when you're
but
talking about
what's
5,000 feet of it.
What's really interesting is that we got a scooter toad. It's only a 50cc, and at 25%, it pulls me so hard. I mean, okay. I've flown the electric paramotor. I've flown a Blackhawk 220, and I've flown some pretty big, strong motors. Okay, that scooter tow at 50 cc's at 25% pulls me up so quickly. It feels like I'm probably on a 300. I mean, I've never felt any motor pull me up so quickly as that 50cc scooter tow. With the payout winch, like going to an SIV class, so it's going to unwind as the vehicle boat, or you can put it in the back of back of a pickup truck also, and as it's going forward, it's paying out. So it's not like a winch that you normally will get over at Harbor Freight. Please don't use those. And never just use a line or a rope, because it'll be very, very catastrophic. So they're designed, you can build them for about $5,000. There's a lot of them out there. Somebody just sent me one that was on the marketplace, but I didn't buy it because it was sold already. But anyway, tows are great. Search for tows and payout winches, and you might be able to understand a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get back to Mike real quick, because Mike is the guest tonight. Don't want to take anything away from him.
It's all good. I still like learning and hearing from everybody else too. So
I just want to say, I think towing's important if you go anywhere to train.
Yes.
Towing's really good because it will help you learn to flare. That's the big thing. You'll learn flare. I didn't get that. So
yeah.
So you got to learn how to flare when you first flared on your first landing. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of I did more of a couple of home runs, slide into the plate type deals. And my third one, I kind of landed on my feet, but then I turtled. I wasn't expecting all that weight to hit me at the same time, and I fell back. So yeah.
Totally understandable. All right. How are you doing, Will Fly? We got everybody on the spinny wheel of winning things right now?
We do. Yep,
Okay.
we are all caught up. And you got a couple of questions too in the chat.
Okay.
Shoot.
Real quick, since it's 7:30, actually a little bit past 7:30, Will, can you say hello to everybody that's on the spinny wheel of winning things? We'll spin it, and then we'll go into the questions. That sound okay, Will?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and do that.
We got Scuba, Eric Von Erich, Scott Milner, the infamous John Wayne, Tony Marzano, Bill H, Just Want to Fly, Christopher Altmeyer, Munchkin, Fly Swamper, Plainfield PPG, Travis DuPont, Deweese Milstead, Mr. Dana 54, Angela Pace, Cliffy V, and Tommy Mosley.
Excelente. We got 32 people watching, 8 likes. Let's go ahead and pop up a couple of those sums. They definitely help us with our metrics, so we definitely appreciate you. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. I got some new stickers and some new pens. And my students got some this last week. I'm going to send you some, Will, too, since we talked about that earlier. So let's go ahead and spin for new stickers that we just got, and a new pen from paramotorarkansas.com that says Paramotor Pilot.
All right, here we go.
Round and round and round she goes. Oh, we're up to 14 thumbs up. Thank you guys. 31 people watching. We also, since we are doing the spinning wheel winnie things and we're giving away stuff all the time, we are going to be doing something here in just a moment. Let's see who wins. Who we think is going to win? Scuba? Steve, are you going to win?
I think it might
God
be
knows
Scuba.
me.
It's
If
gonna be
it's not-
close.
Oh, I hope it's Tommy
Yeah,
because I already
let's-
gave him his pin and stickers.
Oh, it's right on the line. I think it's gonna be Scuba.
Scuba Steve.
Yay, I'm a paramotor pilot.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. Since Steve is on the panel, let's go ahead and take everyone off the spinning wheel of winning things for the spin. Let's do one more for the people that are not on the panel. Steve, I'll still send you pen and stickers. And anybody else on the panel.
Alright.
So everybody on the
So-
panel, if you want stickers, if you want something, just text me, say, hey, I want something, I'll send it to you. You don't need to be on the spinning wheel winning things. You are already here. I'm going to hook you up. So let's go ahead and
While we're waiting.
Take a
for
sticker.
the-
Munchkin's my other half. She's like, I want that pen.
oh, okay. Well,
All
we'll
right, so
send you.
you want to spin again?
Yeah, let's go ahead and spin again for people that are not on the panel. Anybody that's on the panel, just hit me up. If you want something, just let me know and I'll send it to you. So panel members, we don't need to be on the spinning wheel. Just hit me up and I'll send you stuff out.
While it's spinning, can I ask Scuba Steve, did you get a chance to do a tandem with somebody before you flew?
Oh, good question.
Negative.
Man, just like me.
Yeah, I got to be honest. Kyle's a really good teacher. And I know Sean is too. I've watched his videos. I think Sean takes a little bit more time in getting you ready to get into the air. And I'm not taking anything away from Kyle by any means, because he makes damn sure you know how to kite and control that wing before he puts you in the air. And it was my own fault on that first takeoff. I think I had my leg straps a little too tight, so it kind of scooped me up in my seat. That's why, as soon as that weight hits and the wing's not ready, you're going to go right back down into the ground, which is what happened to me. But the next day, man, it was boom, right in the air, and everything went really good. And he's up there like, hey, try a left turn, do a weight shift. He goes through all the stuff with you, which is great.
Can
Yeah.
you see that now, Sean?
Yeah, now we see it. Yes.
Very
Yeah, I always
good.
do the chest. I always do a chest out and one leg forward to make sure I don't, because I've had that where I've landed and I'm almost turtled, but I have not yet. So I always just do the chest out, foot forward, and that seems to keep me from butt sliding or taking a knee or whatever.
Yeah,
I got something on that. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if that would have helped with my eye the way it was. If towing would have helped me on my landing.
That's
I
very
think it might be
possible.
Fly Swamper?
Munchkin.
Munchkin and Fly Swamper.
It's like it might be Fly Swamper, maybe.
Oh, it's right on that edge there. But you said
I
Scuba
think it's
Steve
Fly
said
Swamper.
Scuba Steve said Munchkin is
There, I'm glad Fly Swamper got it. That Munchkin, that would have been
Congratulations,
unfair.
Fly Swamper.
okay. Fly Swamper. If you don't have my number already, do me a favor, text me 501-747-3558. I'll tell you how to get those free things. All right, so we're gonna do one more giveaway at the top of the hour at 8 o'clock, which will be the T-shirt, and that will be fun. So let's go ahead and finish this this interview up, and we're gonna go into a half an hour after show at 8 o'clock at the top of the hour, whatever time zone you're in. Oh, speaking about time zone, are we doing one more spring forward and that's it? Is that down now? Is that what's going to happen?
I heard that as well. Like 2023 is the last year we're gonna spring up, and then no more falling back is what I heard.
God, thank
I've
God.
heard
I
that.
thought that
I want
was by
that.
state.
What's that?
I thought that was by state.
No, yeah, they're going national now.
That's awesome, man.
I want it to happen.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
kind
Yes.
of It's
Now,
blowing my mind because sunset here today was 4:53 p.m. That's
I
Yes.
know. You
early.
can't do
Pink
anything to
Sand.
that.
no, you get off of
I'm
work
at
and you can't go
4:42.
fly.
I'm gonna have to bring my stuff to work, and that way, when I get home, or I have an airport, I could fly out of the airport as long as I got my comms. But then there's so much GA and big jets going out of there. I don't think I really would want to land, stay flying in there very long.
Right.
No,
Hey,
then
fly.
you make the news and everything, you know, you want
I
to do
know.
that. Nah.
I'll go home. Maybe it'll be like 4:30. I'll hit the field and just rush out, and then you're rushing. But no, that's where I screwed up last time. I had a flight where I had my daughter call, I had my friend call, and then I had the landowner come out and tell me, "Hey, I got to shut you down. It's hunting season." I'm like, "Oh, you didn't shut me down last year." "Oh, I was sick for like 17 days." I was like, "Oh, that's okay, you know, but I'm still gonna fly if it's flyable, but just won't overdo it. Won't do it in your area."
Right.
Forgot to
John
strap
Wayne,
my helmet.
John Wayne
say-
says he remembers when the first daylight savings time started.
When was that,
say-
John Wayne?
When in
John
doubt,
Wayne remembers
set
when
it
the
out.
dinosaurs died out too. Speaking about John Wayne, he helps us. He helps support the show. He actually
Yep.
joined underneath here. You can see it says join, so you can actually join. And for only $2.99, you can help out the show. You get a really cool thing. So every time that John Wayne or well, he actually uses geriatric PPG. When he uses that, you can see that you actually get your own little, I guess, icon or something too. You get to see the shows I'm posting before everybody else gets to see. There's a communication on there, and it really helps out the show. I don't think you guys know, but it cost me almost $500 a year to have this hosting and the audio and everything else. So it takes a lot of money, and it's out of my pocket. You got John Wayne definitely helped out. Also Kent Stamey, he helped out too. Let's see who else. Brian Haybill Waller, he was helping us out too. So it's really great if you guys can help out a little bit. I would say don't use the super chat; they take out too much. You can go. Oh, yeah, we got merch up at the very top too. If you see at the merch, we got help support our show. If you click that, there's all sorts of merch up there that you can help us with. Just don't send cash. If you don't want to help us out, please help out Resurgence PPG. Go to Resurgence PPG, and we got a couple of people wearing Resurgence PPG shirts. Go
I
there.
actually got this from Josh Bowden out at
Oh,
EFD.
Go to Resurgence PPG and donate there. I don't care if you donate here to the show or over at Resurgence. It still helps out people that help people, and that's what this is all
That's
about.
right.
Yeah, and if
All
you're on Amazon, go over to the smile.amazon.com and choose Resurgence PPG as your
Exactly.
sponsor.
Exactly. Golly, they got so much out of me
I
just
know.
I mean, and the cool thing is like I'm going to buy the stuff on Amazon anyway. It's not costing me anything else. But if I use smile.amazon.com, they will spit out a little bit, and it seemed to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars at the end of the year that they show me. It's like, look, you donated $500 because of smile.amazon.com, and it didn't cost me a penny. So that's a way of helping out people if you're in the
Yeah.
sport and want to help out
Just a
people.
shout out to you, Sean, that your website that you have now where you can get on there and buy stuff, your merchandise store. It's good. Looking really good.
Well, thank you very much. I'm getting people calling me and texting me saying, hey, do you want to be a reseller? So we're going to get a lot of things on that
Yeah. I got on there and
ParamotorArkansas.com store.
got that. Got all the stickers from you and everything. And so if I can do it, get on there, you guys can do it.
Exactly.
Period.
But and that's right, guys. Go to ParamotorArkansas.com if you haven't done so already. Make a free account. Use the code Welcome 2022. It's actually at the very top of the site, and add stickers to your cart, and use that code, and stickers will be sent out free. Love
Yeah.
stickers.
Mike, what class wing is that you got? I'm just wondering.
The one in most of my videos is a Class A wing. It's an Air Design Easy. The color is fire. But I recently purchased, and I've trained and
You ain't got to
flown.
brag. The color's fire.
I mean, it's fire. I mean, I always say air design, easy fire. That's what it says on the little tag. So that's the one in most of my videos. And then the one I purchased recently, and like I was saying, I have flown roughly about four or five different wings, probably four. Maybe I might be adding one there that it doesn't exist. But my current wing that I have like 2 flights on is my Hydron 3 16-meter. So I really originally wanted the Nucleon 18-meter. It's just the one I demoed at EFD. Between that and the BGD Luna 2, I liked the Nucleon 4 the most and had the most fun on that wing. And it was incredible. It was fast. I could keep up with my buddy's free ride 19-meter. I only had it trimmed to 19 centimeters on that Nucleon. So then I ended up getting the 16-meter Hydron 3. It just turned cold on me pretty quick once I got that. So I've had 2 good flights on it. One where I flared a little too high and came down and took a knee. So that's my first knee I've had in the year and 6 or 7 months that I've been flying.
I don't think I'd get in the air on a 16-meter wing.
You went from
It's
a 24 to down to a 16. What was your line of thinking with that? Were you?
well, yeah, not necessarily where I went to straight up 24 to a 16. I did a 20 in training. My 24 was one that came with a fresh breeze. And then I flown the BG Luna 2, that was a 20, and then Nucleon 18-meter. It was just a good deal. It wasn't really a lot of thinking behind it. Like I said, I think I don't fly probably as much as some of you guys, but I try to fly every day possible. You know, I go to work, come home. If it's flyable, I'm usually trying to fly before dark hits, and that's all I just do is just go to the field and fly. So my thinking is that, you know, everything's gone up. Prices increased to like $4,500 for new wings, when like a couple years before COVID hit, it was like 35 to $3,000. And this wing came across another guy who flies in Boonville, Missouri. He actually had it for sale because he wanted to up his wing. He liked it, but he wanted an 18-meter, I think he got. So he ended up having that for sale for a while, and it was $2,400. And so I didn't know when the next time I was going to have $2,400 at one time that I could basically just toss out of a wing. So I kind of felt like it was a steal of a deal, bought it. And yeah, I mean, I don't recommend it as far as that, but my thinking was it was cheaper, more affordable than a brand new one. And it had maybe 60 hours on it. I think he'd flown it for like a year, and with the 60 hours on that wing. So, I mean, it's still pretty crispy. And of course, everybody was like, "Man, are you sure you can do that?" You know, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm pretty confident in myself." But when I get everybody talking to me, it's like, "You sure going from 24 to 16? It's pretty steep." I'm like, "Well, yeah." I mean, then I'm questioning myself. So I didn't ever have a reverse, or never had a harness to really learn to keep my reverse kiting skills up. So at each fly-in I would go to, I would try to borrow somebody's kiting harness and just kite different wings and see what the difference is. Like, you know, I can fly a wing, I can fly it straight and level, and you know, I don't get with, you know, so that's my thought was like, you know, I know it's a 16-meter, I know it's a little spicier, but I was like, you know, if I want to fly straight and level, I can fly straight and level. I'm not going to do steep turns on it or try to barrel, you know, I'm not going to barrel roll. I haven't been wanting to do an SIV course, but I still have yet to do that, because that's another $1,200 or something that I'm gonna have to toss along with travel expenses. So, I mean, anytime I had a chance to kite someone else's wing, I would try it out. And if they were okay with it, would kite their wing, my wing. So now I have a harness that I actually just sent off to Andrew Fuller to get a quick release installed on it. So I got a quick release installed on my kiting harness that I'm going to switch over to my paramotor harness and take my old paramotor harness off and use that as my new kiting harness. So I have the quick release on my paramotor all the time. So I just decided to get that just because I figured it's better to have it, you know, and with the recent tragedy that happened over here in Washington, Missouri. It's like an hour from me, and they were supposed to meet in Herman, which is 30 minutes. So I just decided to just go for it. I bought floats too as well. But I mean, my thinking was it was cheap, and like I said, I tell people like, you know, I can kite it, I can reverse kite it. My buddy said that sold it to me. He said, "Hey man, make sure you kite that wing a lot before you decide to fly it." And that's what I did. I kited it and kited it and kited it. I probably kited it 3 to 4 hours before I actually took flight on it. And that was just on like a couple days before I flew it. I actually went to Paramotor Fright Fest, Fright Fest this year is when I purchased it. And there's the only fly-in I actually didn't get to fly because I installed a new throttle, rebuilt my carb, and bought a new wing all at once. My carburetor was needing a low jet tuning, and I didn't realize it after I rebuilt it. It would start up, it would run up, and I was reverse kiting the 16-meter wing on the field, and I had it, and I was getting ready to go through full throttle, and I was like, well, I got a new throttle as well. I got one of them off-grid throttles, so it's getting used to that 2 fingers on the brake toggle and 2 fingers on the gas, basically. And that's Wildwood right there. That is a Lawn and Order Association campground that I kind of grew up at, and so there's really not too many people that live there year round, but it's a wooded area that's around my LZ, and so there's a lot of fields outside of that as well. So I love flying there, and a lot of the people there at Wildwood love seeing me fly. They're always waving and smiles. Like I said, I've only had hunters tell me, "Hey, try not to buzz my field when I'm hunting." It's like, oh.
What's your maximum height that you've flown to?
Recently that I can remember, I've flown up to at least probably 3,200 feet, 3,200 feet up at EFD. It was a nice day, and I just cranked the throttle up and was just going. And eventually it started getting cold. So I was like, okay, I'm going to look at my phone. I was looking at, what's the app? Gaggle. I was looking at Gaggle and was like, all right, 32, cool. I think at least for me remembering and recording it on an app, I think it's 32, but I've probably flown higher in training. I remember in training, I wanted to go up high, and I just cranked throttle. And I don't know exactly how high. It could have been up to 4,000. But 3,200 is definitely the most recent height I've been to that I can remember. And then my area is lots of trees. I have a lot of trees, but there's a lot of farmland. So I try to stay high enough. And I always do practice like kill the motor right over my field, or kill the motor my buddy's flown with me one day. He's like, "Did you kill the motor and holler at me while I was up there, like over the trees?" I was like, "Yeah, I did." He's like, "Dude, you're crazy. Like, I wouldn't do that." I'm like, "No, you're probably right. I probably shouldn't do that. But I've got an electric starter, and I just push the start button, and it's started every time for me." And I know that you shouldn't trust them that much, but I kind of do that and knew before that I knew I could make a field, and maybe not the field I want to land at, but a field that's around that campground that I kind of grew up at. There's farmland, conservation land all around me. So, and then there's a couple lakes. So there's a lot of shared lakes. I have 2 shared lakes at my property. And it's a Lotto Association as well. And then down the road is the campground, Wildwoods, not Wildwood, Missouri, but it's a Wildwood campground. And it's got 400 acres of riding trails. So I do a lot of 4-wheel riding too there, and fishing, figure the chance, or floating on some tubes, swimming. So me doing the quick release harness and the floats, even though, I mean, the river is probably 25 to 30 minutes of flight time south of my area where I fly. And so I've flown close to the river. I've never flown at it or nothing, but with all the little small lakes and ponds around me, and then one of my landing sites has an actual pond in the field that I land at. So if I was to get blown from a crosswind or something, all of a sudden, I think I feel better, more confident now in my having the floats, which I haven't received them yet from PPG Smoke. Waiting on those in the mail. Should be coming Tuesday or Wednesday. I feel more confident having the floats and the quick release, and I got the version 1 just because it was cheaper for me. But I feel
Wow.
a lot safer
I
having
don't want
it.
to step on Will's toes. People in chat are asking, do you have any details on the guy that went down in the Missouri River? Have they found his body, et cetera, et cetera?
You asking me or Will?
I'm asking you. They say
Oh, okay.
you know
Yeah.
about it.
I do. I talked to one of the guys who, I don't want to really drop names, but his name's Ryan. He flies in Herman a lot. It's his go-to spot. And I don't know if he was flying with him that day or if he was out of town at the time and they were flying in that area. But I've had a couple other buddies fly with Ryan. I have yet to fly with Ryan, but me and him have been communicating since that accident has occurred. And he said he got sent some sonar imagery to his phone that looked pretty much like he had a lot of confidence in that imagery to say that was him. But I think what I can remember from memory and not from text was that it was late and it was getting dark and cold. And so they hit the sonar imagery and they wanted to review it, but they had to go back to, I guess, Wisconsin, the Chaos Divers, I believe. And so they GPS pinged it, they geotagged it or something like that. They have like 3 different dive teams. So he was confident that that was him in the sonar imagery. But then I see a couple of days later that the family was posting stuff on Facebook saying they're still searching, they're still having hopes. And the Missouri River is tough. And then what I keep hearing from everybody else telling me, and I've grew up around it, it's not something to be taken lightly. It's the current's mean and it's fast. I've been told many times, don't take your little John V boat over in that thing, man. Just don't. It's not going to handle it. So, I mean, I've been told by several people, hey, don't even take canoe across it. You would not like it. So from what I understand, they thought they might have hit the sonar imagery on him, and the depth, I think Ryan told me, was about 18 feet where he went in at. And they said about a mile down from the Highway 47 bridge in Washington, Missouri, is where they found the sonar, where they pinged the sonar image that they think was him. But then from my recollection, they didn't have anything they could dip down and hook them up and try to pull them up from the surface because the extraction would have been more dangerous at that time. So I think they might have waited till this last weekend. This weekend we just had, I believe they came back down and was doing some more searching, but I haven't talked to Ryan since. So I kind of have a little bit of information from Ryan. He's working and knows the family more than me. And that's the thing, is that I had a buddy call me and tell me, he's like, hey man, at the last flying we went to in Illinois, he was there. We ate breakfast with the guy and we sat around, and I couldn't wave it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. But he was more clean shaven then. So I didn't really recognize the picture at first. But from what I gather, they're still searching. I'll probably hit Ryan up after the show and try to figure out if he's gotten any more information from that. Cause I told him like once, and I hope we do get that ping again, cause I don't know, he could be another mile down the river by now or more, with maybe that chute opened up underwater and just pulled his body and his gear down further. But I don't know for certain. That's speculation. I just know that Ryan was confident in the imagery, and so was, I think, the family got sent it. Pretty sure the family got sent it first, and then so he was pretty confident that was him. And so they're still trying to, I believe, search that area and hit sonar. Like I said, I haven't talked to Ryan since probably Thursday or Friday of last week, or maybe Wednesday or Thursday last week. So I'll hit him up probably after the show, try to find out some more information on that. Cause I told him, I was like, once, and I hope we find him, I'd like to sit down dinner with him and all the flyers kind of in the local area. A couple of guys I've in Eldon, maybe in some guys from Boonville, if I can get them to show up. Me and another pilot, Shondor, and I can't think of the names right now, all of them.
Hey, Mike.
Dave.
Mike, yeah, that would be awesome if you could do that and keep us updated on it. We'd really appreciate that. I'm sure everybody would. You had mentioned there that you had actually met him at a fly-in. Do you go to a lot of fly-ins, and are you planning on going to any fly-ins in the future?
Yeah, so I went to my first fly-in was at my instructor's fly-in. It was like a few months after I trained. So it was Para Fright Fest. It was in Fowler, Illinois. It's held up, Mike Mixer holds the event, and his family. They're great people. I mean, they have great food. They cook your food. You buy your ticket cost, get you your food, a t-shirt, and some other things. So I actually went to my second fly-in, was Bad Apples in Georgia. Then my third fly-in was EFD in Fredonia, Kansas. And then this year again is when I met Loudermilk down there at the second Paramotor Fright Fest that I've been to. And I met him. Me and my friend Dave and his wife and a few other people were hanging out, Robert. And we were hanging out trying to help this other paramotor pilot fix his cage and his sections on his cage. And he was sitting there in the grass with us shooting the shit. He had a actual one wheel. I think he had a pint, I believe. And then I think Dave had one as well. And so Robert and me and he's trying it out. He's never tried one. And I've rode a couple at fly-ins. So he was messing around with his, I was messing around with Dave's, and we were just kind of going around the field. And it didn't dawn on me that I think he left that day. We were supposed to do, he got invited to go go-karts, because we did go-karts that day. And he said, "Oh, I can't go. It's from what Robert told me. He was like, "Oh, I can't go. I got to go home to my family and stuff." So he left that day. We were doing the go-karts, I believe. And that was on a Saturday afternoon, I think. But yeah, I mean, I've gone to 2 Paramotor Fright Fest, and I've gone to Bad Apples in Georgia, and I didn't get to go the whole week. I just went for a few days. I got there on a Friday morning at 2 a.m. and stayed till Sunday afternoon. So I didn't get to stay the whole week like I wanted to. But and then I went to EFD, Fredonia, Kansas. That was fun. I flew every day, every morning and every night. It was awesome. I had a good time there.
So how is it at fly-ins? Are you more apprehensive or scared about flying with like 80 other pilots in the air at the same time? Because you're not just worrying about your own actions, but you have to worry about everybody else's around you. Does it scare you at all?
My first time was definitely the biggest one was Bad Apples. And my first time was like, damn, this is a lot of people. This is the most people I've ever flown with in one time in the sky. So, I mean, actually, once I got up there, and they kind of have it controlled, they kind of got guys on the field saying, okay, you got your wing set up. You get your wing set up first. They don't want you bringing the motor out with your wing. Get your wing set up first. And then you get that all staged up and ready to go. Then you bring your motor out. And then they got kind of like guys on the field and vests and stuff saying, okay, you're ready to go. Okay, so it's kind of controlled takeoff, and it's the best they can with the people that they have volunteering. So once I got up in the sky, the sky's pretty big. I just kind of watched everybody else and where they went, and just kind of did my own line, flew my own path, and just kind of watched everybody else from a distance. And just, I mean, yeah, you want to keep your head on a swivel, because you got guys that are probably on their phones or doing paramotor videos and stuff like that. So you just want to, I just was paying attention, and I got around some other pilots that were playing around in the field. Actually, were one of the guys threw his reserve that year at Bad Apples. He threw his reserve.
What year was this that you were there?
This year, May, was it okay. May of 2022? Yeah. So, yeah, I was getting around, and you get around all those pilots and you see them doing like wing overs and doing crazy stuff, and it makes like, oh man, kind of it's like, oh man, they're doing it, So I mean, it gives you a little more confidence too, that you see these guys doing these stunts or maneuvers. And so I that day in Bad Apples, I started trying to do my wing overs, started trying to time it right, and started trying to practice it on my A wing. And I was just playing around in the field all by myself, and there was guys coming in and out, but I was just kind of got away from everybody and was trying to get the wing tip to the horizon, pulling hard right, pulling, timing it, pulling hard left. And I was having fun, even just doing baby wing overs. They might have been little 180s in the sky, I call them, but whatever I was doing, it was fun, and I didn't do any damage to myself or anybody else. So it was a good time.
Are you planning any upcoming fly-ins?
Yeah, I want to go to the next greatest or the next available fly-in, especially in warmer weather, since it's Missouri and it's pretty much cold set in, and I don't think it's coming back to warm weather. Although my first cross country was in December 2nd of 2021, and it was 70 degrees that day. So that was my first recorded cross country that I tracked and actually flown with another paramotor pilot who's got a little more experience than me. He's like, "What do you do normally?" I'm like, "Normally I just fly around the area that I take off in, and I don't really go anywhere. I don't have a plan." He's like, "Okay, well, why don't we plan something? Why don't we just leave from Fulton Airport, go up to Kingdom City, and then we'll come out to where you launched your paramotor at, and then we'll head back to the airport." So did that on December 2nd, 2021, and it was 70 degrees. I flew in my little flight suit, this cloth flight suit, and that was it. And still landed with 4 liters of gas. I was surprised. I was like, I could almost go do this again. I could almost go do it again. Like, it was fun. It definitely opened my mind to.
That's a question for Sean. So, I mean, you run a paramotor school. Do you have or plan on selling like kiting harnesses, wings, paramotors to your students?
Absolutely. One of the things that we'll be able to do as a school is that I can give discounts to my students and even package things up together. Because right now we have a package at less than $10,000. You get a wing, a brand new wing, a brand new paramotor, a brand new helmet, a kiting harness. And we're also going to be throwing in some other things also too, and that also includes unlimited training.
Damn,
and
I could have saved money with you.
exactly. Wait until you see our Black Friday sales that we're going to put on the website. It's going to blow your mind.
I will
Hey,
give it free, right?
yeah, why not, right? Hey, Will, before we do the spinning wheel of winning things, last you said that there was some questions. Did we answer those, or do we have some that we need to
Um,
answer?
I think we actually did, because we were talking about the fly-ins and all that.
Okay.
And I got bad news about the daylight savings time thing. They're not getting rid of it.
I know we're in daylight savings time. They're getting rid of yeah, I know.
But that's good, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
that give us better, more flying time the rest of the year?
Should give us more daylight.
Yeah, definitely more
Yeah.
daylight.
Yeah, so sweet.
I remember when I was a kid before the daylight savings time where we had to spring forward and fall back. It's like there was daylight past dinner time. I mean, all the time, even summertime and during the winter time. I don't know why they did it, and it sounds kind of weird because if you think about it, we fell back. It's getting dark before 5 o'clock, which means that we get back here after work, we get back to the house, and you got to turn on all your lights. If anything, it sounds like we're using more energy doing a daylight savings time. Don't know why. Go
There's
figure.
2 or 3 states that don't even observe it anyway. I don't remember which ones they are, but
I know. I think Arizona is one of them.
Arizona and Hawaii,
Yeah.
I think, right?
I got.
We're going to
spoiled.
be permanent daylight savings time.
That's
Yeah.
not-
So I'll love that. I have more daylight after work.
Yeah.
I see Linda without her glasses. I know
I
what
know,
that
I've had
means.
them off for like 10 minutes now. I'm like, okay.
She's been
eventually-
smiling for 10 minutes, just waiting.
All right,
I'm
so
always smiling when I'm on
There's a
this
shirt
show.
in here.
let's do a quick
That's funny, Will.
thumbnail. Unlike these things on the back of my thumb, Will is going to take a screenshot of this, and
Gonna hold it for so long.
we're going to.
Ready?
All right, cheese.
1, 2, 3. You got it.
Sounds awesome.
Yay.
David,
Thanks, Will.
you missed it. David, you missed it. You could have been on our thumbnail. I don't know where he is right now. I guess he's just listening to us.
Listening.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah,
All right, so it's 8 after. So let's go ahead and do this real quick to see if somebody got the secret code. And we talked about the secret code by going to clearproptv.com, scrolling down to this show, and underneath of it, it says secret code. If you guys did that before the show and did what it said, now is the time to put that secret code in the super chat, and whoever does that wins a brand new Paramotor Pilot t-shirt. It's an extra large or any size that you want. let us know if you know what that secret code is in the super chat. All right. While we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and do another spin for some stickers. But the big thing here is this right here. We need the code in the super chat. The first person that posts it wins the t-shirt. Let's spin right now for what's going on with your thing there? Well, there it goes. Let's
Is
go
it
ahead
okay?
and spin for some more stickers, some new stickers that we just got. We actually got some new ClearProp. No, we got Paramotor Arkansas stickers. So we got some new ones there, and we got a bunch of merch over at paramotormerch.com. A lot of really cool stuff. Also, I love ppg.com is another merch store. And if you look below this, you'll also see other merch that we have on Teespring that we can put underneath here. So you guys see all the different merch that's available? You should be able to see it. If not, we will show you some more stuff later. All right, let's go ahead and spin the spinning wheel of Winnie Things. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
give away some cool new stickers that nobody has seen before because I just got them in.
Oh,
Sorry,
cool.
Jim. I got stickers from somebody over here.
But Shane Colliard and David Proctor to the list too. They chatted me up on the,
First of all, I want to say, Jim, that these stickers are not even close to the quality I get from you. So I just tried this for fun, but I'm going to get stickers from you because these just Tony Marzano.
not him again.
My goodness. Like, you know what? I just need to package up everything I got and send it to Tony, to
Send him
DeWeese,
one of that.
to Angela
Mr.
Preslick, I mean, Bill H, you guys always win the stuff. Tony Marzano, do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, get that free account over at paramotorarkansas.com. Text me 501-747-3558 and I will send you a coupon code to get whatever you want to free off our website under the ppggifts.com. All right,
James
guys.
says he did not see the secret code on the website.
Well, let me go ahead and pop open the ClearProp TV and see what we got. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and screen share this to see what it says. So, screen share, and let's go check out ClearProp TV. So here's ClearProp TV. Let's go ahead and scroll down. There's next week's show there. This is this week's show with Michael, and here it is, secret code. Listen to Game Night show, and at the very end, we say the secret code. Did you guys do that beforehand, or you just wait to that last moment?
Yeah, sneaky.
Uh-oh.
We
Uh-oh.
get it next week. It gives us something to give away next week.
Yeah, we can do that, but we'll probably have a new one, a new code for a new thing. So anyway, it is after 8 o'clock. We did 2 spinning wheel winning things. If you
fun.
won, please text me 501-747-3558 and we will go ahead and tell you how to get up with or how to get your free stuff. And it's only going through paramotorarkansas.com because we tried to do another an automated thing before with giving out stickers. It never worked. I think a lot of people try to get stickers and it never worked. So if you wanted stickers before and you didn't get them from us and that thing didn't work, PPG Zone shut down, so we don't have that anymore either, unfortunately. Just go to paramotorarkansas.com, find the stickers, put them in your cart, use the code welcome 2022. Those stickers will be free and sent out to you through our cool automated system that does work.
Let me get this straight because I'm trying to wrap my head around this because I can't.
Around what?
Ay,
Around what?
So for under 10 grand, you have paramotor, a wing, a kiting harness, and unlimited training,
And helmet.
and a
I had to
helmet.
make my own helmet. I
There's
made my
no
own helmet.
freaking way, man. You
We
must be
might even
like-
throw in a reserve if you do something. See, over here at the training too, we do training, and if people win certain things because they're doing kiting, we're doing kiting wars, we're doing different things where two people are kiting one wing, and whoever wins gets big items. We give them huge discounts, $100 gift cards, free things like free helmets, free kiting harnesses. So we really hook up our students. A
That's
lot.
pretty cool. That's awesome.
I'll come be a student for a week.
There you go. There you go.
Absolutely. Here's a Black Friday. Can we say Black Friday? Somebody was telling me I can't say Black Friday. I'm going to say Black Friday because we've been saying Black Friday forever.
Say Black Friday.
It's like saying holiday instead of Christmas. Like I say
don't-
Merry Christmas.
I don't know. Merry Black
Oh.
Friday. I don't know.
They
Happy,
They
Happy
advertise
Black
on
Friday.
TV, they talk about. yeah.
I don't know. Somebody told me I
Black
can't say
Friday
that anymore
special.
because it's PC wrong. I'm like,
Oh,
I've
good
never
Lord.
heard that. I've never heard that before.
They're
Hey.
just snowflakes.
No.
Ever, whatever. Between now and the end of the year, if you sign up for training, which is $2,500, and you sign up,
Oh, I'll be
not
right
only-
there.
what?
I said, I'll be right there.
Not only will you get unlimited training from sun up to sundown 7 days a week at your own schedule, and you can always come back and get advanced training, including a track transition. So if you're a graduate, if you're alumni, you get all of our advanced stuff for free. You just come to any of the classes, no big deal. But our big Black Friday thing is if you get training for $2,500 on our website between now and the end of the year, December 31st, if you sign up, not only do you get all that, but we give you your very first wing.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't buy a wing
That's-
for $2,500 and you get a wing and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's
Any
good. That's
details?
Fuck,
James
son of-
wants to know if there's any details on the thing.
Yeah, we haven't Black Fridayed it yet, but if you do sign up right now with the $2,500, we will give you that deal because you heard it from us here. It will be $3,900 after the first of the year. You can sign up and get your classes and your first wing for $3,900 after the first of the year. But if you sign up before now,
Well, that's
before
what a
the end
wing
of the
cost
year,
anyway. So
boom.
I think I spent $9,000, including my previous paramotor plus one new paramotor plus training, over $9,000. I spent at least 12 with all that. So
We hear a lot of people that talk about, training. You go to some of the bigger places and you're already talking at $4,000 just for training. I think the highest one is 4,500 and that's just for training. There's no gear. You get
Wow.
nothing. I don't even know if you get a t-shirt, but
yeah,
I spent
I couldn't afford to do that 2
$9,500
weeks.
$9,500 on my paramotor, $3,850 on my wing, $2,500 on my training, and then my helmet was another $200 or $300. Yeah, that's way more than what you're charging. Way more. I mean, it's a factory
That's a good
R,
deal.
but I didn't
And you're-
have to get that. That was my own choice there.
Yeah, and you're in Arkansas, so you're like next state over. I'm gonna have to meet up
Yeah.
with you one of these.
I
one of
just
these
had a
days.
student come in from Missouri and another student come in from Texas. So I mean, people are coming from other states because I got the best deals. Also, too, here's something too. You go through, you wear your wing out within the year. You're like, I want something different. We'll give you $1,000 credit for your wing to buy your next wing. So, we try to hook up our students. I mean, you come
And where
over
are
here.
where are you located in Arkansas exactly? Like I said, I'm gonna have to come visit you if it's
Oh,
cool
yeah.
one of these days.
So yeah,
See
it's Central Arkansas. So we train all around Central Arkansas. Our main place is over here in Conway, but we do go to many different places depending on weather because it may be windy right here up in Conway. So we go down south about an hour, and we got some great training places that may not be affected, or vice versa. Or we go to different places so our students can see the different LZs that are available for us paramotor pilots, over here in
cool.
Central Arkansas.
and my grandfather's from Arkansas, just right on the border of Arkansas and Missouri, so it wasn't too far in.
Okay, so Mike or anybody else that is coming through Arkansas, you got my number, 501-747-3558. Put it in your phone if you haven't done so already. And if you come through, give me a day notice so I know where, so you know where I am. If you come through, we have classes, whatever, we'll make sure that we have a motor and a wing that you can use and go fly around while we teach students.
That's
Also,
cool.
too, we have a great towing machine. So if you've never been towed, Scuba Steve, come on over here and see what it feels like to be towed. It's pretty cool.
There you go.
So,
All
Well,
right.
Mike, I didn't know you
That
were
don't even
friends with
sound right.
Shondor.
I met
He's great. He's
Shondor.
good people. He's good people.
Yeah, he's a good
Hi,
dude.
Shondor, if you're listening, we chat
Yeah,
all the
Shondor,
time.
he should be watching that. I met Shondor at my first fly-in, like right after his accident. And he helped me. I had a couple failed launches and he helped me restage my wing. I was like maybe the third to fourth guy to like the last of there's like four guys after me that were ready to go up into the sky. And I had like two failed launches. So like they're waiting on me. So I'm like, oh man. And he was helping me restage my wing. After that, I came in and shook his hands like, hey man, I really appreciate your help there. And then so ever
Good,
since then we've
good.
been talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James
Actually
Actually
doesn't
camped
know
at it.
what kind of wing he'll get with the deal, but he says as long as it's not a Dominator or a Power Atlas, it's a deal.
No, it's a wing that's been around for a very long time. It's time tested. It's usually designed just for school. So most schools will have these wings. So what we want to do is to be able to get you a wing that you can kite, that you can fly, and you can use this for as long as you want to. But when you're ready to upgrade, then you turn it back into us for $1,000 credit on any other wing that you want to. So I mean, it's a great deal because now you have a wing. It's safe. You can kite, you can fly, and when you're ready to
idea.
change a
That's
wing,
a cool deal.
you
cool
just
deal.
you get $1,000 credit by turning it in to
'Cause
us.
I don't think any other school offers a wing with that and training.
I
Like,
haven't
No.
seen
you get the
any kind of
motor,
deal like
you get the
that.
motor, you get the motor if you buy it, but you got to buy your wing too as well. So that's a
Yeah.
hell of a deal, Sean.
Yeah, because that's something I think that's pretty important because what happens when you want to first get into the sport? The first thing people do is they get on eBay and they look for a wing that is a
Good luck.
good deal just so they can kite. So a lot of people are going to
eBay,
spend, $800 or $1,000 on a wing that could be complete crap. Let me tell you about my arsenal from students that came here that bought crap wings from eBay. I buy them from them or take it off their tuition, and I keep it at the school to show people, look, this is what you're going to get for $800 off of eBay. Look at this crap. And they're like, wow, that's crap. You can't fly it. It's difficult to kite because if the lines are stretched a little bit, it's going to, tilt one way or another. You guys know what I'm talking about. But if you're a brand new, you don't know what you don't know. And me giving you guys awesome and unlimited training and advanced training as long as you want, and a wing that you can kite and fly as long as you want to, and then turn in for $1,000. Nobody does this. Nobody. And I just wanted to make it to where it's very affordable for people. And I'm going to be getting up too with Resurgence PPG and try to get them an incredible deal. That he was on our show, so this has been out there on our show. It's knowledge that everybody knows is that they give $7,000 for the training, for getting you over there, airfare or whatever, and room and board, and that's all they do. So you get your training from Resurgence, but after that, there's no gear. You have to buy gear. You have to buy, all that stuff. And I want to try to make it to where we can get disabled veterans, especially since I'm a disabled veteran. Mike, you're a veteran.
I'm
we got
also
a
a
lot-
disabled veteran as well.
you're a disabled veteran too. So yeah, anybody that's a disabled veteran, we try to get them in and we try to let them, we run them through the school for free if we have other people that are paying. That way I'm not going to be out there anyway. Right? We're already teaching, the other instructors are already there. It's not a big deal to have one other person that we let to learn how to kite with the rest of the class. It's not costing us anything. So we really want to be able to get more disabled veterans out there.
Yeah, when I found out about Resurgence, I think it was right around COVID hit. I was trying to get through to them, and I was reading on the website that they weren't taking any new people right now. They were so booked, trying to get caught up. And I met the guy who's running Todd. I think it's Todd. I don't remember his last name. I met the guy at Bad Apples, and I just told him, "Hey, man, I tried to get to you guys. I knew you guys were booked. I just want to appreciate finally getting to meet you." But I said I ended up using the COVID relief funds for my training. So I said it kind of worked out. But yeah, I was wanting to actually originally go through them, but I couldn't wait any longer. I was just like, screw it. I'm just gonna stack some cash, and I wasn't working at the time, so I got a job and started saving some money. COVID hit, and then so yeah, I got to meet the guy. I highly recommend it if they have the availability and you can get signed up for them. If you're a disabled veteran, do it.
Exactly. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't go through because they only have so much money that they can bring in. Resurgence only has so much money and they can only do so much. So
Yeah.
I'm willing to give my time. If you know any disabled veterans, please send them my way. Have them text me at 501-747-3558. And let's see if we can get people in. And I don't even mind if they stay not right now because of my mom's living with us. She had her knee replaced, and her house has a bunch of steps. But next year I wouldn't even mind having disabled veterans stay with me, let me feed you, let me train you, and let me get you some amazing deals on gear. I do want to say thank you for all the people that helped me out way back in the past. If you know my backstory, I had heart surgery. I had a stroke as a complication, and I wasn't able to work for a year. My wife had to work, and she took care of me. And when it was time for me to look for a place and get training and all that stuff, people came out of the woodwork to help me. So I want to give back to this community because you guys helped me so much. Everyone out there, you know who you are. I don't know if you want me to name drop you, but you guys up in Wisconsin, oh my God, thank you so much. You know who you are. Thank you. You've helped me more than you know. Will Fly, you've helped me so much. I thank you so much. Brian Waller has helped in the past. John Wayne is helping too. We got so many people that are helping, that have helped me. I want to give back. And that's why I don't charge much. I try to give as much as I can. I just want to do what I can for everybody. And also too, if you guys don't know, January is going to be our fourth season doing this show. And it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much. We definitely appreciate you. Mike, it's almost 8:30. Is there anything else that you want to say? I think we went over everything, right? You took your PPC flight in 2008. You got your GA license, you fly paramotors.
I'm still a student pilot. I haven't got the license quite yet.
Okay, you're still student pilot doing your GA, which is awesome.
Close to getting it though. Close.
I think we went over everything here, so I think that we got it. So
How
Mike,
many flights have you had, Mike? I mean, on a paramotor.
Oh, like I said, I don't know. I've lost count of actually how many. I mean, if I was to guess, I'd say at least 150 to maybe numbers than that, but close to. Maybe more. I mean, like I said, I try to fly any flyable day. I got a nuke tower, I call it. So there's a power plant out by my house, and it has outages every year, but it's got a big smokestack, and so it's my big windicator. And when that thing's going straight up, I get goosebumps. I'm like, oh yeah.
Try to guess. I know Sean knows. Try to guess how many flights I've had.
I don't want to like upset you for me guessing less or more. I don't know. I would guess.
Guess less.
I would guess higher. I guess like 60 to 100.
well, ask Scuba Steve real quick. How long have you been flying? So Scuba Steve,
me?
how many?
Oh,
Yeah, how long have you been flying?
I started, like I was saying, my first flight was May 5th.
Okay, of
And
this
then
year.
the next day, well, I wouldn't say the next day. A couple days after that, I went to a little mini fly-in and we all flew together, which was awesome. So came back home a couple months later, bought all my own equipment, and I've had one flight since then. So 3 flights total.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
we need
man.
to change that. You need to come over here. You guys come over here, use the school gear, use the school wing. So just drive over here.
Munchkin was like, "Hey, since he's already been through training, can we come down there and just play?"
Absolutely, come down here and play.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to, if I ever get amnesia, I want to go through your school, man.
One of the things that we're doing too is we're building the Paramotor College. It's online. So before you come to class, everything that you need to know is written form. There's videos. There's exams that you do. You print out your waivers. You print out your syllabus, and watch all the videos in succession. You go through vocabulary. We go through. Everything that you need to know. So classroom time when you come here is minimal because you already did all your hundreds of hours of classroom time before you came here. Now, when you come here, you know what an A is, you know the connection point, you know your leading edge and your trailing edge, you know what the span and a chord means. You know, you understand all that stuff because we go through all that. So now it's just hands-on. You're here for a week. You're usually flying in 3 days and doing 30, 40, 50, 100 flights in the next, 4 or 5 days that you're here. So it really is amazing. And we got so many students. It's just amazing how many people are coming here. ParamotorArkansas.com if you haven't checked it out.
Hey, James has an interesting point, and he's right. It's sometimes easier just to check your motor, the number of hours on your motor to keep track of your time.
Yeah, that's what I do now is my hours. Like, so I don't know how many flights. That was a rough guess. Like I bought this motor with like 82 to 83 hours on it. And now I'm at like 100 and close to 140 hours on it. So that's the math. Plus I trained on an Atom 80, which I don't even know how many hours I put on that during training. So it was because of the weather too, wasn't the greatest. So he usually try to shoot for at least 25 flights in training. At least my instructor did at least 25. And so I'm pretty sure I got close to that. And in each flight, depends on you. And usually it's come in, take off, do a pattern, come in, land. All right, get set up again, take off. And if you get comfortable enough to do a touch and goes, but no, I don't see too many new students doing touch and goes at the beginning of their training. So, but I got maybe 20 to 20, close to 25 flights, probably 20 flights in training. And then, like I said, whatever that equates to hours. And then plus like my hours. So I'm thinking I'm at a little over 76 hours with my current equipment and not including the training hours. So that's how I keep track now. It's like GA stuff. It's just hours instead of numbered flights. Because I've had short flights. I've had flights that last like literally 5 minutes because the wind's so trash. I just get up off the ground, come back down and land. Hey, that was a flight.
Right.
Whether it was an hour or 5 minutes. I mean, it just accumulates on my tack on my motor.
Absolutely. It is 8:30, and I know sometimes people on the panel have to leave early. Does anybody need to leave early? We're only going to be talking for maybe another half an hour, but if you guys need to leave, just let us know. Jim, are you
Yeah, I
good
appreciate-
for another half an hour? Will Fly, are you okay for another half an hour, or do you need to leave, bud?
Yeah, I do. I have to get going.
All
Hey,
right.
thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys having me. And sorry if I didn't get the answer fully, or if you want a more in-depth question to me, just ask me sometime, Facebook, shoot me a message, whatever.
Oh, dude, Mike, you were perfect. You did a great job. Really good to have you on the show.
Absolutely.
Thanks. It was great it's great to be here.
It was
Thank you,
really
Mike.
nice to meet.
So Will's going to leave, but we're going to continue. We just want to make sure
Oh.
that, we're
Yeah,
not.
no, I'm
okay.
not leaving. I'm not
holding-
leaving.
We're just making
Oh,
sure
okay.
that if you
I
got to
just wanted
go,
to say
we
it's
want
been
to
a
say
pleasure, for
goodbye
sure.
and see you off, instead of just, oh shoot, I got to go. I hope
Thank you, Will. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Will.
Thanks, Will.
You guys, if you haven't done so already, please thank Will in the super chat. He does so much in the background. Not only does he make the spinning wheel Winnie things, he checks for questions in the super chat and brings them over here, and he also makes our thumbnails. So when you see the show, you see the thumbnail. That's his stuff. He does that. So Will, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for everything you do, buddy.
It's my pleasure. Y'all have a great night. It was a great show.
Awesome.
too.
Thank you,
too,
Will.
Good night.
All righty. So let's go ahead and wind up everything. It's 8:30, so we'll go ahead and roll everything up here. Mike, like I said, I think that we went through everything. I think we're good. Is there anything else that you want to talk about, or is there anything else that you need to explain or go on?
No, not that I can think of off the top of my head. Like I said, in my first paramotor or my first powered flight was under a PPC wing. My buddy that got me into that actually had just purchased one, and he wants me to kind of teach him to kite. And I'm like, well, man, I'm not an instructor, but that's something I would like to probably do. It's getting my instructor stuff done, and eventually I want to do tandems. People always ask me to take them up. And I like, well, with my current setup, it's just, I can't do it. With my bigger wing, I just need more power, and I need a tandem foot launch setup. So, and that's another like grand. So it's just money.
I need to get my tandem also. If there's anybody out there that can give out tandems and you want to help, an old grandpa out to get his tandem, please get up with me. I do need to get my tandem exemption. I just don't have the cash right
Yeah,
now.
I
So-
don't mean either.
So if you can help an old grandpa out, please let me know. Jim has also said that he's got to go. So let's go ahead and wave goodbye to
Wait,
Mr.
later,
Jim.
Jim.
Hi,
Thank
Jim.
you
Thank
so much
Jim.
for everything that you do for
I'm
us in the show over at carepp.com. He can print out all the stickers, decals, calendars, whatever you need printed. Tell us real quick before you go, Jim, what do you do, bud?
Oh, you bet. I got a print shop, so I can do pretty much anything. And if I can't do it, I'll find somebody who can, except for maybe scratch and sniff stickers. That sounds pretty complicated.
Ah, damn it. I really wanted one. And I wanted socks. I see your shirt says got socks.
Yeah, I got those.
Good deal. Well, thank you so much, Jim. We appreciate everything you do, buddy, and thank you for being on the show. Get up with me because there's some things I want to chat with you. So get up with me sometime this week if you get the chance.
Sure,
Every
sounds good.
time Kyle took a picture, he was like, for the calendar. So he needs to get with Jim. I want to see this calendar that Kylo's supposed to make. I want to see.
Yeah,
it.
you
Kyle,
bet.
Kyle O's making a calendar.
I mean, that's what he said that when he took the picture. Huh, for the calendar, if you fly with him, he takes a picture with you, you graduated.
Yeah,
He said it was for the calendar. I want to see this calendar.
and that's
Oh.
also another flying he does after Thanksgiving. I've been wanting to go to Kyle O's little get together. After
I want to go
Thanksgiving.
so bad, but I mean, it's
I don't
in
have them. I don't know.
Arkansas and not Arkansas. Oh my God, I'm thinking of Sean. It's in
Shreveport.
Louisiana,
Louisiana, yeah.
and I would have to. It's an 18-hour drive. I really can't. No, and I'm not flying down there because I'm not putting my equipment on a freaking airplane because it may not ever make it there. So that
Just fly
Yeah,
your
they lose
just,
so much baggage. Yeah.
just fly your paramotor over there.
Oh yeah,
Do that
I
long
want.
cross
Okay,
country
then
like
you
that
fly
one
your
guy did.
paramotor from Arkansas to Virginia. I'll be waiting right here. Come on.
I don't know if we're gonna do that or not.
Here's my girl.
Josh, did you say that you have to go too, bud? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, just a couple minutes. I'll be heading out.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna close this down in
Hey,
just a little
Thanks
bit.
for throwing up my my stuff on the
Who is
show.
she?
Yeah, Josh.
There's so
That's
much
my
stuff that
girl.
went on there that I wish I could talk fast enough to explain or tell people about. So appreciate
You
you
got
helping
your
me out
new
there.
subscriber on there too, so keep them going.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna try to get up to date on my new
Look at Jade with the lighting trying to look
YouTube.
like an angel and stuff. We know better than that.
She is.
Oh.
Thanks for being a
love
subscriber, buddy.
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you use the links down below. If you want to learn more about Mike, go to paramotorguest.com and you'll learn all about him. He has a bio, pictures, his social media links. Do you have something else over there too, like free stickers? Yeah, you just go there and you get free stickers for him too. It's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't done stickers, but yeah, I'll get them.
Well, it's on Paramotor Arkansas website. All I gotta do is Stickers. All right.
This is why I love what I do. This is why.
I got what
This
you
is why
said.
I'm here every Monday. Because of you guys, of all of you. Yes.
Yeah, and thanks,
Yeah.
Linda, and thanks for the invite.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. That's what it's all about, you know.
It is.
This
It's
makes
all
me happy. That's why, like I said,
Yeah,
I love what I do.
Yeah, you offered me. I was like at work, and you're texting me. I'm like, oh, what? I'm gonna be on a paramotor podcast. Yeah, sure, cool. Yeah, why not? I didn't think I was cool enough to be on a show. So
wow. Apparently you're cool enough. And I also heard too from the
Yes,
grapevine
yes.
that you're going to be on the panel from now on too, right?
yeah, I'll definitely take you up on that offer.
Awesome.
I'll definitely take you up on that offer.
Sounds
Cool.
good. Josh, thank
Just
you for
gotta keep
everything you
me-
do too in the background
Yes.
and play those things. I know that you burnt out a video card, so we might, have to put a fund together to get you another video card since you do that for us.
Yeah, thanks
Lin-
for that, man.
Linda, thank you for booking everybody. We're booked almost all the way out through January into February. That's insane. That's awesome.
We got
Oh,
David Proctor the 28th, November 28th.
Shondor just texted me.
I've been trying to get Shondor on here since
I know. He said like
I-
your second show, he was supposed to be a guest. It's like, do it, bro.
Yeah.
He told me he was supposed to be a guest way back when you first started. And I said,
Yeah.
dude, do it, bro.
I asked him the other day. We were chatting and I asked him the other day. And he's like, it was kind of a little bit far ahead of time. I'm not sure. I'll let you know though. I'm like, okay. So I did. Yeah. He thought it was January was too far ahead. He didn't know, what he was going to be doing. So
Yeah.
I did put, the bug in his ear as this thing goes. So
He wants me to call him sometime after this. So I'll try to convince him to do it.
yeah.
Shondor, if you're able to, buddy,
Tag team.
please. I know that we've been friends for so many years before you even started flying. I wish that I was able to bring you into the school. And if you ever do make it down here, Shondor, we got tons of equipment. Just drive down here. Let's go fly and have a good time.
That's right. He's good people.
Scuba Steve,
Yeah,
thank you very much for everything you do. And if you want to see more about Scuba Steve, go to paramotordude.com. Also on Tuesday nights, tomorrow night, we got PPD Shane and his Paramotor Hangouts. On Wednesday, you got Flying Flamingo Jade. What's up, girl? And your awesome
Jade?
Paramotor podcast. Tell us real quick, since you're here, a little bit about your podcast on Wednesday and how we get up with you.
So just you're doing it good. You remember
What's
that
up?
it's called Just Wanna Fly. Hey, Mikey Gizmo.
Yeah, thanks for taking that photo.
This week we have at 7 p.m. Central, we have a couple. And I actually met them down where I met Mike, down at Fly PPG down in Illinois at Fright Fest. And they're an awesome couple. They actually had their honeymoon while they were doing their flight training.
Oh,
So-
they both fly?
They both fly. So, yep. So Aaron and Joey Sibley. So make sure
Oh,
you
yeah, I
tune
met
in
them
on
too.
Wednesday. So they're an
Cool.
awesome couple. We hung out with them through the weekend when we were down there. So nice seeing everybody.
Yeah.
Good to see you
It's good to
too.
see you.
Nice to see you pop up here. And I like your
Yeah.
Paramotor Girl. Now, you know that we got
Yes.
Paramotor Girl, we got the Paramotor Dude, and, we got all these other paramotor things that we need to give away. We also got another one that we're going to give away too. Do you
I
remember
like
which
Jade's
one that?
nickname.
Do
She
you
gave
remember?
me Gizmo.
Gizmo, I like Gizmo too. If you guys want a .com, like a paramotor.com, let me know, hit me up. I might have some in my quill that I need to give away. So just text me 501-747-3558 and say, hey, I want a .com, help me out with that. Why do we get these .coms, Jade? Like the Paramotor Girl and the Paramotor Dude. Why is it so important to get something like that? Like with me, with ppggrandpa.com or iflyparamotors.com. Why do we need the .coms if we don't have an actual page that it goes to?
I'm going to tell you, when you gave me mine, when I won, I had no idea what to do with it. And it's like on the phone, on text with Sean a couple of times, this guy knows electronics and knows this kind of stuff like inside and out. So what I did with mine is I just turned it into a show and very fairly easy once you get it going. And I just went with paramotorgirl.com, and that you type that in and that'll take you right to my YouTube page. And
Exactly. Yeah.
I do the
So
show on there.
how hard is it to get to Flying Flamingo Jade's page? I mean, you got to say, all right, go to YouTube now, search for this, and then you search for it, and there's a bunch of other things like which one is which. If you go to paramotorgirl.com, it goes directly to wherever you want. So Paramotor Girl goes to her YouTube page. Paramomusa.com forwards over to her Facebook page. Paramotordude.com for Scuba Steve is going to go to wherever he wants it to go to. You know, we got PPG Josh that forwards over to his YouTube page. Go to iflyparamotors.com. It'll go to my page. You know, so I don't have to say go to YouTube, search for Sean Simons. Wait a minute, maybe it's Paramotor Arkansas. Wait a minute, no, maybe it's something else. Just search for me. What? So it makes it really easy to say, hey, go here. Boom. Just like Will Fly, go to Will Fly PPG, it goes to his YouTube page. So, you know, .coms are great. If you need a .com, if you want to, how many people do you have, Mike, on your YouTube page? Yeah,
Subscribers?
I think I'm your 10th.
9.
I think I'm your 10th now.
I
Right?
don't have many. I don't know
Right.
how to get it pulled out and going.
Right.
Like I try.
So
It
get up
takes
with
a
me
while.
tomorrow, since you are a panel member and you're going to do this. Let me get you a .com that you can tell people, go to this .com and it'll go to your YouTube channel. Sorry, Jade, I didn't mean to
No.
do that, but go ahead and finish your.
No, I was done. I just was telling them it takes a while to build it up. I mean, I'm
I don't know.
halfway to the
You got
1,000.
Yeah, you got good subscribers limit. I
Yeah,
mean, I
you
don't.
got a lot of
That's
people that
why.
watch your
That's why
show,
I
too.
slowed down. I slowed down because it's like I can't do this right. It's just-
1,800 and what? Yeah, almost 1,840 subscribers for the last 10 years. But you know, it's not like I promote my channel or anything. So that's the main thing. If you have a channel like that, you have to promote it, and then you start pulling the numbers in.
You know how I got so many subscribers? I got the .coms that went to it. I did a video. I said, now go to ppggrandpa.com. You know, I did a video. Hey, go to iflyparamotors.com. I did another video, said, hey, go to this .com, and all forwards over to my YouTube channel. So that's how I got what, 25,000, almost 24,000 subscribers.
I'm going
It's
to
just-
extend my name longer than.
Hey,
So
yes.
you know, if you need help, you know, I'm here for you. I'll help you. I'll even buy the .com for you, help you with the forwarding, and then you can buy it from me later on. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
no
Yeah. I
big
mean,
deal.
I'm
.com
gonna
is
get.
like $10 or something for an entire year. So why
Okay.
not?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get. I got all this footage from like Bad Apples, and I want to kind of run through it and do some new stuff and put some new stuff on my channel. So, yeah, definitely would get with you.
Do you have a chase cam, Mike?
Oh, I've been wanting one for a while now, man.
Oh,
I
if
would
you
trade. I
wanna
would
sh-
trade. I would
if you-
trade you, Sean, my PPG smoke for a chase cam. I would
Deal,
trade you.
deal right now, deal.
just-
Shake
Oh,
hands and
there you
everything
go.
right here. All right, there we go.
Because I just need another camera now. That's the deal. So I only have the one GoPro, and my grandma got me all these GoPro attachments. She's like, "Oh, have you used new GoPro attachments yet?" It's like I only got one GoPro, Grandma. I need another GoPro to use those attachments.
I got a GoPro 10, but I wanted something small and light for the chase cam. So I got a Hero Session 5, which
That's what I
those-
use. Yep.
those are really old. So you have to find them on eBay. Well, I got a good deal on it, but yeah, I got a Session 5. I just haven't tried it on the chase cam yet because I haven't flown yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a
okay.
silver Hero 7 silver, and that will probably go on my chase cam, and then I'll buy a new GoPro.
Didn't
That's what I want.
GoPro just come out with a new small one again because they had such a good
The 11, I've heard nothing but bad things about. Here's the 10 right here. This
So
is-
11 is the newest, and I heard 10 is pretty good, or the Max, the 360.
I got
camera.
the 360 Max, but you need something small and light for your chase cam, and I also have a wing cam that we have a magnet, so it has really good
What?
video shooting down like that. Yeah.
That's cool. I've never had a wing cam. That would be interesting to find out and get one, or I would
All
do
right,
that.
get up with me. Secondly, we're going to be putting we're going to be putting chase cams on our site, but only for giveaways.
Okay.
So we are going to be giving away chase cams in the future. So if you want a chase cam, make sure that you hit the bell notification on this YouTube channel. So when we do pop something up, we will let you know that you can either get it for free, just pay for shipping, and we will start giving those away too what is that? What's on Tuesday? Says Tony Marzano. Has anybody heard of Contour? What's Contour? Is Contour a video camera?
Camera
Is
company?
that what we're talking about? Tony?
Hmm.
Let us know. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be giving away all sorts of really cool stuff. Also, too, we're going to be giving away a brand new wing in the future.
That's crazy.
We're
That's
going to be
crazy.
giving away brand new paramotors in the future. We're going to be giving away brand new helmets in the future. So we just need more people to go to paramotorarkansas.com, get a free account. And when they get that free account, get those free stickers, use the Welcome 2022 to get free stickers sent to you. And then we also have a newsletter that is going to go out once a month that's going to tell you about the new things that we're getting. Ask you, what do you want us to carry? And we also got a bunch of free things that we're going to be giving away too. We just bought a new .com, podcastwinners.com. So we're going to make a complete page. If you win something, you go to podcast winners, type in your name, and boom, it's all sent out automatically. I was a computer engineer for 30 years. I kind of know how to
Oh
do it.
yeah,
Love it.
good. That's good. I mean, I'm throwing myself into understanding because I did computer class in like I don't know second or third grade, and then high school, and then it's always changing, new technologies and whatnot. So that's good. That's good you did that,
Yeah, I love it.
Didn't y'all say something about Sandor, or they just showed up?
Shondor.
Shondor,
Yeah,
what's up,
I-
buddy? I'm glad you're
There
here,
he is.
man.
I always said I was calling him Sandor for the, and I still every now and again will screw it up.
I
but
know,
it's
everybody
Shondor.
does that. Yeah.
I
Well,
do it too, 'cause
until
it's
you
spelled
know
that way.
him, until you know
Yeah.
him. But as soon as
Oh,
he
he
says
let me
it's-
call he let me call him Shandor the entire time. Most of the time, I'm like, oh, I keep screwing it up. It's I know it's Shondor. But
Well, as
yeah,
soon as he told me it's
I'll call you later,
Shondor,
buddy.
I'm like, hey, I'm Sean. I can remember that one. So since then, I'm like, hey, it's just my name and a door, Shondor.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shondor,
you-
Shondor, we need you on the show, buddy.
What's
Come
up,
on
dude?
up.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's pretty cool, man. They're helping me out.
Yeah.
I'm helping them out. I mean, I'm gonna be a panel member now. Cool. I appreciate
let's-
the opportunity.
So let's go ahead and say hi, goodbye to everybody. Stay here, and we're going to go to a private room as soon as we say goodbye to everybody. So we'll go to Mike first. Mike was an amazing guest. If you need to know more about him, obviously you want to know more about him, there's a description down here of bio links. Go to paramotorguest.com to learn more about him, see more pictures. He's an amazing guest. Mike, thank you so much for being here. And you're going to see a lot more about, of him too, because he's going to be on the panel. So thank you, Mike, for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and I'm excited to be on the panel. Thank you again. I can't thank you enough.
Absolutely. Josh, thank you so much for everything that you do, buddy. You can find him at ppgjosh.com.
Thanks, Josh.
He
Sorry.
burns off all sorts of video cards to play these things while we do this. So thank you for burning up your cards.
No problem.
And you're the best man. Thank
Josh,
you
a
so
man
much.
of many words.
Yeah, he's quiet, the quiet type. I used to be quiet type, but apparently I didn't.
You're as bad
Well,
as
all
me.
you gotta
We
do is
can
go
talk.
back to his to Josh's interview. I mean, he was a guest, and he was
Yeah.
yep, talkity talk.
Yep.
I mean, he's
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yep.
I also knew him when he was blind in one eye.
Yep.
Yep.
The landings were sketchy.
Now he's got the gift of sight again. So that's really
Awesome.
cool. We also got Scuba Steve. I guess you're going to be a panel member and hang with us. We appreciate you. You also won paramotordude.com.
Yes,
And
sir.
your microphone thing is awesome. I see a couple of Dysons in the background. You got Dysons? I love.
Oh, there is a big
Expensive.
story behind that. This white Dyson I've had at least 10 years, but when I turn it on, it sounds like a jet engine taking off.
Ooh, that sounds
So-
like fun. Put it on your
It needs
Paramotor.
clean.
It literally
Mine
goes
needs clean.
So the one behind me is Munchkins, actually. So I'm using it. And then I have another Phantom. If you vape, like I think Mike's vaping too, and you're on
Quit
camera,
smoking.
you can't not have air moving or it just becomes all cloudy right in front of you. So the air, it blows the air away from me.
I love it.
That's what that is.
Yeah, we got one in each of our rooms, and we got the ones that are cold and heat. Now that it's
Ah.
cold, it's nice to hit boom heat, and it's like warms up everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
wow.
cost a lot
like,
more
I know
money.
that-
These just blow air. That's about all they
I know
do.
the Dyson vacuums are super expensive. So anything with
We
Dyson.
got the
Yeah, they are.
Dyson vacuum. It's the rechargeable
I
one.
got a
Oh my
live
God,
sign that
it's
you
so
can barely see back
light.
there, but yeah.
Oh, you got a stormtrooper, I see.
Oh
Sweet,
yeah,
Star
the
Wars. I
stormtrooper.
love Star
man, I
Wars.
got-
Man, all the things that you can see. You see my background? I got a background here, so you don't see all the shit. behind
All
me.
the junk. the junk
I got
in the
way
front.
too much stuff.
That's why I
that you
decided to
need
pick
talk
this
about.
wall. Pick this wall so you don't see all my trashy
I
crap.
love that
Hey.
Marine Corps. Is that a flag or is that just like a banner or?
It's actually, it was, so I think my grandmother, she was going to make me a Marine Corps blanket and she screwed up on it. So it's just like fabric and I just
Oh,
pinned it up.
wow.
Oh, she made that?
Oh, that's
That is
Well,
so
no,
cool.
I think she bought it and she was going to do like the cut and the tie stuff, but she did that on
Okay.
something
Oh,
else.
I got you.
And so she said she didn't get enough of it or something. So ever since she just gave it to me, I think she gave it to me. I could be wrong. So I just hung it up.
Uh-oh.
You didn't realize you got a payment.
It's still awesome.
plan.
I mean, and it fits that wall perfectly. That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. Yeah, this used to actually be a hole in the wall in a bar, but I thought about bringing it back, but it's money I don't want to spend yet. So, but yeah, it's just a piece of fabric that was, that you could probably buy at any store that sells fabric.
Oh yeah, they sell Marine Corps rugs that cost an arm and a leg. You can get those. But
Yeah.
I'm still flabbergasted at the deal that Sean's got.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
Because
I mean, like I said,
people
I spent
ask me all the
$4,000.
time, well, where can I go get training? Where can I do this? Where can I do, and where should I buy my motor? I could just say, look, go to Paramotor, Arkansas. They got the freaking best deal on the planet right now. If you
Yeah,
can
they
get
do.
training and a motor and a kiting harness. I know a lot of people don't know this. It's in
It's
chat.
actually a free flight harness, so it's actually
Okay,
better
free flight
than just a regular kiting
Kiting
harness. It's
harness.
a
Yeah, you
free
can
flight
free
harness.
fly.
Yeah.
Free
That's
flight
even
harness.
better.
That's what I have too. So kiting is very important if
Yeah.
you're going to do paramotoring. I mean, it's very, very important. You should practice, even if you don't fly, you should always practice kiting. You can always learn something. So I highly suggest you kite constantly just to keep, it's not
You got to
like
keep the skills fresh because
with a bicycle, you learn to ride a
bike.
bike and it's done. With paramotoring, it's different. You need to keep that skill set fresh in your mind because split second reaction is key to life or death in this sport. It really is. So you need to know what to do.
Yeah, up till just recently, I have trying to find a kiting harness, and so every time I would just go to the field, it was flying, and I would kite the wing with my hands, but it's not the same. And so I just finally got the kiting harness, and it's actually a free fly harness because it actually can be a spare harness to go on my paramotor, and then I take it off, and it's a free fly harness basically. But I finally got a harness now. I'm just waiting for it to come back. And I'm because I was going to different fly-in and events and just using other people's kiting harnesses when I could. And I noticed my skills diminish on my reverse. And it's like, oh, I'm a newbie. Oh, I'm a new. Oh, what's going on? And I get my buddy Todd come out. It's like, here, do this. He's coaching me in the back of my ear. And once I got my mind rewired, and he's like, all right, you don't need me no more. You got it. So I was out there. I mean, I was kiting in like 26 knot winds. I'm just stupid to be kiting in that stuff. I mean, and I had that small wing. And then my buddy gets out there and he's kiting in his 20 4-meter wing. He gets drug across the field like, oh, Mike's doing it. Let me go do it. And he's getting drug across the field like a football field length, and he's just holding on to his wing. But he's got a kiting harness, so
That
he keeps
that
it still
reminds me
fresh.
when I was reverse kiting
Fresh
with
goes.
Kyle when I was training, and he was like, all right, I want you to build a wall. And I built a wall, and I had it like floating perfectly about 3 feet in the air. He was like, I ain't got nothing else to show you and nothing else to teach you. He walked away, and literally, I would say 6 feet away from me was a water moccasin laying on the ground. I didn't know that. And he was walking away, and I saw him jump really high. It struck at him, but missed him. And I was like,
Ooh.
he was like, yeah, it's a snake. I'm like, it is not a snake over here. I was like, well, I took video of it. It was a freaking big snake. I was like, in the middle of the airfield, there's a giant snake. Okay, whatever. Yeah, you got to be
Yeah.
careful of those in Louisiana, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere down south, we got lots of fun snakes that are kind of yucky. We don't like the yucky snakes.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go ahead and wrap everything up. It's almost 9 o'clock. Everyone that's out there, thank you so much. If you're listening to the show, thank you very much for listening to the show.
Thank
If you
you.
search for PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast or Paramotor Podcast in general, you'll be able to find our audio podcast. We are on every platform now. I mean, anything you can possibly
There
think,
you go.
we are there.
It's
Um,
much love, much love.
yeah,
Yeah, my
and
cousin was asking if he was on Spotify. And I was like, I don't know.
we are everywhere. Absolutely.
Everywhere.
We are on Spotify. We are on Amazon Music. We're on Amazon. You go to Amazon and search in the bar for PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast. Boom, we come up.
Sweet.
Audible books. We come up on Audible books. I mean, pretty much anywhere whatever your favorite podcasting app is, you'll find us. And we usually post that a couple days after our live show. But our live show is the best because you get to win cool stuff on the spinning wheel of winning things.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, too, we want to say thank you very much to Linda Anderson because Linda Anderson, she has been booking all of our guests. She's been with us for almost 3 years now. In
Yep.
January,
Wow.
we're going to be on our 4th year of doing paramotor podcasting, and
Yeah.
we got a brand new panel and cool things. That's awesome. We appreciate you guys. And Linda also has a famous son that does a podcast on Thursday. Tell us about your famous son on Thursday and where we can listen to his
Well,
podcast.
That's Robert Michael. He does paraglidingtalk.com.
.com.
That's right.
.com.
You got the radio. You got
Lord,
the
look at that
radio
big old
voice.
dead cat you got on that thing.
Hey,
Okay.
sure.
He's the best. He'll say he puts up with me every Thursday. You know how he is when I get out of control, then he's like, Mom, I gotta mute you. You know, it happens. You know.
Absolutely. So
But
make sure you
thank you
go
so
over
much,
to
everybody.
paraglidingtalk.com and check that on Thursdays. Tomorrow we got a show with ppgshane.com. Wednesday we got a show with Flying
Yeah.
Flamingo Jade. And it's paramotorgirl.com. I don't think you finished up talking about your Paramotor Girl and your podcast. What's going on Wednesday? real
Oh,
quick,
we've got the
please?
couple that
Oh,
did
Dave's
the
in here.
honeymoon,
Dave Crockett.
Aaron
Oh, yeah.
and Joey Sibley. And I believe they're from St. Joseph, Missouri. And they did their lessons and I met them personally and they're a great couple and they both fly foot launch. They do motorcycling, they've done skydiving. So they've done a lot. So check it out. Come join us in the chat at paramotorgirl.com.
I love that. That's awesome. I love the .com. That's great. I see Walter is in the super chat. He's from Australia, and
Walter.
it's already Tuesday in Australia. So when I see him in the super chat, I know there will be a tomorrow. So
Yep.
thank you, Walter, for letting us know there will be a tomorrow. We love you, buddy. He, in the 2nd year or 3rd year of the show, won so much, I had to take out a second loan on him with the mortgage to send him all of his free stuff that he won on the show. So we love you, Walter. I'm glad you're here.
Yes, we love you, Sugar.
Absolutely. So on that note, we're going to say goodbye to everybody once again.
It's nice meeting everybody. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. I'll see you
Thank you,
soon again on the
everybody.
panel.
Absolutely. So
Hello.
you guys don't go nowhere. We're going to say goodbye to everybody. So goodbye, everybody. We appreciate you. If you won something,
Bye,
text
Jade.
501-747-3558. Make sure you go over to paramotorarkansas.com, get yourself a free account, and then get stickers into your, they call it a bag now. I think they call it a bag, right? In your cart. Use the code WELCOME 2022 and you can get free stickers sent to you. That's awesome. If you won something, please text me 501-747-3558. If you didn't win something and you want to talk about paramotors, this is my real cell phone, people.
Yeah,
Put
you're
my
very
number-
brave.
Put your number in
Be
your
sure
phone.
to message Sean at
I'm
all hours of the
available.
night.
I'm available from sunup to sundown, not night, Scuba Steve. And at night, I put it on silent. So I don't care if you call, if you text, whatever. When I'm asleep, I will get up with you, of course, the next day. 7 days a week, sunup to sundown.
He's only available during flying hours. That's what he's saying right now. Sun
Man,
up to sundown.
I tell you what, just so you guys know, flying, I have no clue how many flights I've taken or
Yeah, I
how
really
many
don't either.
hours, because I'm using school gear along with my gear, doing flights all the time, especially during the midday when nobody else flies. I'm going to go up there and fly and surf around. I love that stuff because I have so many different motors that I fly. I can't keep up with it. I was doing the 100-hour maintenance. It's like, okay, so I fly, here's how many flights, and then it's like, okay, I can't keep up with that, now it's like how many hours, I couldn't keep up with that, and then how many 100-hour maintenances, after 10 100-hour maintenances, I don't know, because now I'm surfing on so many different paramotor gear, and I'm getting demos in all the time. I cannot tell you how much I fly. Sorry, Scuba Steve, with your one flight. Come over here and you
I
can
got
do.
3, man. Give me.
Oh,
I got
You got
at
one
least
more flight. You got
3
one more
hours
flight.
in.
Right. So you got 3 flights in. Come over here. Let's do some many flights. Have some fun.
I know, right? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But anyway, you
We're
guys
gonna
have
need to fly south for the winter.
yes, Arkansas. It's south. It's warm over here.
There you
It's
go.
not warm
Or-
here.
Warmer than everybody getting snow up north. That's
Yeah.
Jade, how much snow you guys got since you're up in Wisconsin?
Just trace right now. We're supposed to get 1 to 3 in the next day or so.
1 to 3 inches or feet?
Inches.
Well, I don't know.
We're
You know how
supposed to get
long it's
1
been
inch
since I
to 2
lived in
inches.
Yeah.
lived in Wisconsin?
I jinxed it.
I mean, all my extended family is still living in Green Bay, and I lived in Illinois in Rockford. So, Mike, I lived in Rockford. I know you lived in Illinois.
Yeah, I lived over near Jerseyville, Dow, Alton, Godfrey, Grafton area is where I was hanging out a lot at. So,
Hey, Mom, how you doing?
Hi, Mom.
Hi,
hey,
Mom.
Mom.
Say hi,
Hi,
Mom.
Mom.
I didn't catch
Everybody say
Mike.
hi, Mom.
What state are you flying out
Mom.
of? I didn't
She's
catch
saying
I
hi,
that.
love
guys.
her.
You know, it's interesting. She was in the other room and she always watches the show, right? So she
Yeah.
said, Sean, where's the show so I can watch it on my phone? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it live in the next room. Come on over.
Mike,
Mom-
what state you fly out of?
What's
Yes.
that?
Yes,
Who?
you, Mike.
Mike, Missouri. So
Oh,
I fly
Missouri.
mainly
Oh,
in
Missouri. Wow. Okay.
I know
Yeah.
you're so close. I mean,
Y'all are so
Yeah.
far from me. Everybody that I talk to online is like, way far. I'm like,
Yeah, it'll be soon enough. You'll like I thought I was the only one, but apparently there's like a couple guys in Boonville. There's a couple guys over in Herman.
Oh,
I
I've
mean,
already
there's-
had people message me. I'm getting my equipment next week. I just had my training. Let's go fly. I'm like, hey, it's a little chilly outside, but
I
maybe.
don't
Yeah, I gear up.
care.
I've been gearing up, putting the thermals on, get the mask. I mean, whatever I got to do. If I got a nice day to fly, I'm gonna fly,
Yeah.
even if it's for 5-10 minutes.
I don't blame you.
Freeze.
I don't blame you at all.
It gets cold over here in Arkansas, but our mean temperature is 50 degrees during the winter time. So yeah, it gets colder, it gets warmer, but 50 degrees winter is what we deal with. It drops
Yeah, you
down
get
and
used to it,
it
too.
drops down into the 40s. Everyone's like really cool. It goes
50.
back up to 50s. We're wearing shorts. It's
That's
great.
walking weather for me.
50s is
50.
fine till you go up in the air and then it goes to 40, 30,
Yeah.
20. Yeah.
Well, you
True.
know also too that there's some really good warm inversion layers as you go up.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I've
It
been
can be
noticing
really
that.
super cold, I mean, really cold. You go up and you get this inversion layer, it's like 73 degrees. I'm staying here for a while. And then you forget about it and you get down low to land. You're like, oh, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, I
Steve, you're
experienced that in EFD. I was like up 1,000 feet. It's cold on the ground. It's 1,000 feet. I'm like, oh, it's really warm up here. I go
Yeah.
back down. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna come back up
A lot of
there.
people, that's the other big thing. A lot of people think that the sun heats the air. It is not.
No.
It is not the case at all. The sun heats the ground heats the air. So
Yep.
the higher you get, the freaking colder it gets. I guarantee you.
That's why space is so cold. Think about it. Look at all the radiation, all that sun that comes through. Well, it's the damn wave that doesn't hold any heat. You got to wait until it hits the ground and then it releases the heat. That's why space is so damn cold. It should be warm with all those suns out there, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, guys, it's been a
Okay.
blast. I've had so much fun with
Good.
you guys. You guys stay here. Let's say goodbye to everybody. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to everybody on the
We
streaming
tried that
service.
10 minutes ago.
We're gonna say goodbye to
Yeah.
everybody on the
We-
streaming
we're
service
getting sidetracked.
on the video,
Later,
right?
later.
But we're gonna stay on the audio for a little bit, and we're going to tell you what the secret code is for next Monday. So you
Did
gotta
anybody ever get that
listen.
one?
You gotta listen to the
Listen.
audio all the way to the end to hear what the secret code is, because we're gonna say goodbye to you on the streaming service. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next
See ya.
time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, so the streaming service is off. The video is gone. So now we're only on the audio. So if you guys are still with us, listening to us on your favorite podcasting app, we are so happy that you made it here, because now you are one of the few people that are going to know what the secret code is for next Monday.
Bye.
What is the secret code? You guys let's figure out, let's come up with the secret code. Oh, and just for people, since we didn't see anybody that did it, the secret code
Okay.
was what? Be humble. That was
That's right.
that's what it was.
Did anybody guess it?
I don't think anybody got it. Nope.
No, nobody got it. Yeah.
Nope, I sure didn't. So
I should have guessed it. Then I could have been the winner.
oh, you are a winner. Anybody that's on the panel, just let me know if there's something that you want, and I'll send it to you. You know, it's really no big deal.
Walnut t-shirt.
Yeah, one of those
Yeah.
t-shirts would be nice.
Maybe things that don't cost me $25.
Right? He's like, I'll send you
mean,
some
I'm-
damn stickers.
I'm definitely
you know?
gonna
I'll send you
you-
some damn
definitely gonna send
stickers,
you the-
son.
I haven't even opened this, but I won it at EFD, and I was like, oh man, cool, ituld be cool if I won that. But then again, I
I'm
was like, I
looking
don't
for
want to put a hole
my
in
chase.
I don't want to
cam
put a
and can't
hole in my
even find it.
exhaust.
I guess
And then
the
he
south
calls
side.
my name, and I'm like, oh wow, I won. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So I'll definitely send that to you for that chase cam.
Okay,
Trade
yeah. So yeah, I'll send you Chase Cam. I'll send you a couple different ones too. Because we got
Cool.
see all these. Oh, you can't see. I got big, huge 3D printers, and we're printing out our own stuff over here.
Nice, nice.
And hopefully, of course,
Awesome.
between us two. Wait a minute, we are still live.
Ah, I
between-
found it.
Oh, there you go. There's a Chase Cam. For
Yeah,
all the,
this is a PPG smoke chase cam.
I got one of those also. What do you got, Josh?
I
that
got 3D printed one.
3D printed one, and they're just as good. I mean,
Oh yes, it works just
All they
fine.
are, all
Yeah,
they are
these-
like the
it
wolf
snaps
ball bat.
together. I mean, it's got a
What do they
GoPro
call that?
mount on it. What more can you ask for?
you can't. But we'll be giving those away. Okay, so have we figured out, Jade? Have we figured out what the code is? Do you got a paramotor code that we might be able to use for next Monday?
Wednesday.
No, us. We're going to use the
know.
code on
I know.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Okay, that's the code.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jade has a paramotor podcast called paramotorgirl.com, or actually you go there by going to paramotorgirl.com. Just want to fly. It's about flying anything. She even had an astronaut. Linda, you got to get an astronaut on our show for us. Jeez, what?
YouTube went to some
Gosh,
thing
all
with
right.
Sean with a halo over his
I
head.
am, I'm gonna
Hold
get
let me
on,
stop
I'm gonna
that.
get on Facebook.
Yeah, let's find one because I can't have
Oh,
Jade.
I didn't even
I
show
can't
off
have
my gear. There's
Jade.
my gear in the corner of my
My
house.
my spin-off girl Jade. I can't have you outdo me, but you have been. I'm really glad you are. Your shows are bringing in a lot of people. You got lots
Oh,
of
yeah.
hits. You are doing amazing. I'm
Yes,
very,
he
very,
is.
very proud of you,
Yes.
Jade.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I owe it to you for kind of kickstarting me into it. Besides my husband, pushing me into doing this also. And yes, it did start out as girls just want to fly, but after a year and almost a half, it was getting harder and harder to get just girls because the ones that wanted to talk, I got them. But then there's the ones that are too camera shy or don't have enough training, don't feel like they have enough. And I try to make it as easy as possible because I know what it was like standing in front of a crowd or being on Zoom like this and all
Yep.
paranoid. I try to make it just like we're talking now. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to put anybody, down or make fun. And that's, I guess, the other thing about my show and what I'm doing is there's so much drama in our sport, or can be so
Yeah.
much drama in our sport,
Yeah.
and people putting each other down. And I'm trying to keep us away from that and talking good about each other instead of bad. And
Exactly.
that's what I want is
Okay.
the positive parts
I'm
of
gonna
our sport.
definitely mention. I did when Sean said, "Hey, it's Mike," and introduced me. I definitely got camera shy and froze up at first.
I
and
saw
then
that. I noticed that. It's like, yeah, you were just
freaked
yapping
out.
yap, yap.
It's
And
like
then as soon as
that.
I said that, you're like,
When you first start on
yeah.
YouTube, it's like that. And Jade, I mean, I can't stress this enough. And I'm not trying to tell you how to run your show by any means.
Please.
The way you were just talking to us right now, that's you. Okay.
Yep.
That's
And
the
that's-
way you need to do your show.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to strictly go by content, have a good time with it. And I swear viewers will flock to your channel.
I'm telling
that's-
you, I get nervous every Wednesday night.
I know you
That's-
see,
that's
that's the
exactly what
problem. You're
happened.
nervous. Relax.
That's what happened with me.
People are going
That's
to
what happened with
come.
me.
They're there for you. They're there to support you.
Yep.
Relax and have a
Yep.
good time, and they will flock to your show. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
And
just be
it's-
yourself, I guess.
Yeah,
And that's what
be
some people are
yourself.
afraid
Be
of.
comfortable in what you're doing because you know what you're doing. I mean, and you got the show down pat, and the schedule is fine. But if you make it too
Snowing?
content oriented, like, okay, we're going to go over this topic and then we're going to go over this topic and this topic, then it gets boring and people are going to switch channels. If you have fun with it, they'll stay.
and
Every-
that's why her channel has just blossomed. She
I'm
does
so
such
proud
an
of her.
amazing,
I
yeah,
am
so
very,
proud of
very
her.
proud.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh
jealous.
yeah.
Yeah, I see her
If-
subscribers and I'm like, whoa, she's taking off. Like,
If
Yeah.
Jade can beat me and have more subscribers and more people watching her show, I will be even more proud of her.
There you go.
Well, women
There you go.
get subscribers like that.
Shoot, I'm jealous of Jade.
Boom,
So
boom, 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 boom. Well,
Jade
yeah,
is,
I mean, I'm
and
over
just-
here with like
and-
9 subscribers and I've had this YouTube for
you're
I don't
still at
know,
9. I got it. Where's your damn
And
channel?
maybe
so I
no,
can
she has,
subscribe?
no, he has 10 because I just subscribed when he showed me what his YouTube was, but we're going to
But
give him
yeah,
a paramotor one too, paramotorsomething.com. So Mike, get up with me tomorrow and we'll get that set up for you.
Wait,
too.
that can't be the right Mike Crockett because it says 4 subscribers. That can't be it.
no,
Use,
Crockett.
use the link that is in the show description, or go
Yeah,
to
I gotta
go
go
to-
back to
So
the
it's
previous.
Or
Semper
go to
Fly-
paramotorguest.com.
Oh, Semperfly.com. Semperfly.
Semperfly PPG.
Okay, let me try that.
So
It's-
we can
that's what I
even
got
get
my
you-
name under.
So we can even
Semperfly
get you
PPG.
Semperfly PPG.
There we go. 11 subscribers and
Oh, somebody else
subscribe.
subscribed to you tonight.
And
Yep.
there
Hey,
you got,
cool. Yeah,
you got
Josh. Thanks so
12.
much. 12. All right. Thanks, Scuba Steve. And I've always heard about Scuba Steve and the different chats and different shows that I've watched. I'm like, who's Scuba Steve? I know that was an Adam Sandler character.
I
Yes.
love Scuba
Yes.
Steve. Every time I hear Scuba Steve, I think of Adam Sandler with the little Scuba
Yeah.
Steve.
That's where
Yeah,
it came
yeah.
from.
I'm sure it was.
I
A
love Adam
buddy of mine
Sandler.
gave me that
He's great.
nickname, and I absolutely hated it.
Who did?
A buddy of mine, he was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
really?
from now on, you're Scuba Steve," and I was like, "No, I hate it." And then we would go meet people, and it was like, "This is Scuba every time." So it eventually stuck, and now I'm like, "Well, everybody
Okay.
calls me Scuba," and so it
It's
stayed.
like-
More
It's
people
like
call me
Paramount.
Grandpa. More
Paramount
people call me
names.
Grandpa and don't even know my name is Sean.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
And Paramom, yeah. So everybody
Paramom,
knows
yeah,
you
I
as
didn't-
Paramom now. So
Yeah, it's like,
And
no,
I-
Paramom's like Lindy Anderson. It's like Paramom. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, Paramom.
I was scared when Jade posted in chat to now just want to fly. I was like, I know that's Jade, but I don't want to screw up and say, "Hey Jade," and it not be her. Hey, just want to fly.
I tell you
Yeah,
what,
Dave,
when I
Dave
did,
looks like he's here.
when I did my first tandem, every time I talk about it, I get emotional, I get excited and everything, but she knows. It was so awesome to finally meet her in person and meet Eric. And she made me feel so welcome and so comfortable with the whole process. And I was listening, and in the video, I was listening to every single word she was telling me. Hi, Eric.
Hey, Eric. Two,
I think that's
two of
what
my
it is.
favorite
When
people
Jade-
right
Hey, what's
there,
up, Eric?
Jade and
Hey,
Eric.
he-
Camera shy, and even though
He
she's
did an
been
awesome
doing this for a
job
while,
on Jade's. He did an awesome
I
job
just-
on Jade's netting. That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet, I thought.
Oh yeah, the pink netting, yeah.
But I love them both so much. And in fact, yesterday or Saturday, we were driving back from going to Traverse City. And the first thing Ryan has to, mess with me. Mom, look at over there. It's Georgeport, Mom. Look at that. And then me and Liza started talking. And so she goes, just let me know if you want to go next year. So I'm already kind of excited and everything.
whoa, he switched
Now he's
camera
on the
sides.
other side.
I'm
It's
ready
like
to
a
go back up.
cartoon. He pops in this way and then pops in this way.
I'm ready to go back up.
We'll be back at Torchport.
Eric, tell them about my flight with you. How
It was a lot of fun. It really was. I mean,
He's a little deaf.
what?
What?
No, it was very enjoyable. Yeah, I think that was one of my favorite flights because
Oh,
it
that's
was
awesome.
something that she got to experience. And we got to experience that right in her backyard. So, I mean, it
that's
was
cool.
just a lot of fun. And
it really changed my life. It really
definitely we will be doing that again with you.
And Linda, we didn't think that you were gonna do it because I thought your daughter-in-law, I'm sorry, what is her name? Leslie?
Leslie, yeah.
I thought she told us when you guys first got there that you were really scared and you weren't going to do it. So that's why I kind of eased into it. And when I said, "Do you want to do this?" she jumped right up and yeah, let's go.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
she-
pretty much. Yeah, it wasn't like I didn't get up that morning and think, oh, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go on a tandem. But I know all through the year, they were out. Eric and Jade were always saying, "Hey, Linda, you ready to go up? You ready to go up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, maybe, And finally, when the time came, like I said, when I finally got there, yeah, I was just sitting in the chair and I kept staring at the trike. And then before you know it, I jumped in that chair and off we went. And I was yelling, I was up in the air. I'm like, I did it. I was just screaming. I was crying. I was laughing. It was just, yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? Once you get up in the air and you can look down and there's like nothing around you, you can see nothing but sky and land. It's amazing feeling to be up there.
It's
Like,
my own personal space.
yeah.
For people
One of my
that
favorite things to do, like when I went to amusement park, is to get on those swing rides where it swings you around, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're
way
way up
crazy, yeah.
high, you look down and you see your feet. Guess
Oh,
what?
yeah.
That's what paramotor is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But you're in
Oh, hey,
control and
Just
you're
a
not
lot
getting dizzy.
higher.
Oh, Shondor was like, "Oh, what? I didn't get the code to stay in the chat for afterwards." So I was like, "Oh man, I didn't know. I don't know if he'd send it to you. I didn't know." But Shondor
Oh
was,
yeah, we're just talking,
Yeah.
amongst
Yeah.
us right
No
now.
worries, Shondor,
But
no worries.
we're talking amongst us, but also too, we're still live on audio.
on audio.
Remember?
Like a
Yeah.
podcast. It's like a
Yeah, so we're
podcast.
still live
Yeah.
on the audio podcast. And if you
Audio
guys were
podcast.
listening, we have the code for next Monday, and Flying Flamingo Jade gave us that
He has a
code.
code.
Yeah, so we're not going to say it right now because
Nope.
if somebody just goes to the end of it, like, oh, so what was it? Now you got to rewind and you got to actually listen to us. Damn it!
There you go.
Northern Light Paramotor LLC rocks it.
I also want to say, Jade and Eric, one of the reasons why I'm giving away so much stuff and doing things with students is because the kindness that you guys showed me back in the day. You guys brought me into your home on the 3rd story and let me stay at Bad Apples. Had my own room and jacuzzi up there. It was awesome. We love you so much. I mean, everything.
What?
Oh,
A
it was
jacuzzi on the 3rd floor.
of the
Overboard.
yeah, it was amazing. So
Right.
thank you so much. And that's one of the reasons I'm trying to give back. And of course, I'd do anything for you and Eric. Anything that you guys need, I am there for you. You don't know how you were able to bring me up to get to Bad Apples, to get to Moonshiners, and get to where I am right now. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, you guys.
You're
Well, you're
welcome.
definitely welcome. And as far as the story with Linda's tandem, so people, I guess, don't realize this. Linda is only like this tall. And you really,
I'm
for
pretty
a
short
tandem-
too.
For somebody that's
Well-
doing tandems, you have to know their weight to set your hang points.
Right.
So I'm looking at Linda and I'm like, where the hell do I set my hang points? Because I mean,
You're
I
not
might as
adding
well
any
just
weight.
pretend I'm solo. So, but we got it dialed in, and I did have to turn down my earphones.
He's too excited, huh?
She was very
Screaming
excited. I
along.
I
didn't know
love
if
it.
she was screaming that she wanted to get down or she was enjoying it. So I kept going. But no,
That's
she
awesome.
enjoyed it. It's a beautiful place. If anybody could ever get up to Torchport to go fly at that fly-in Memorial Weekend, it is amazing.
Next time we're doing the
Where's that one
flyby.
again?
We're
Where's
It's
that
in
one again?
northern, wait, it's in the southern part of northern, I don't know. Where is it, Linda? How do you explain where it's
It's
at?
in the
Oh, good.
bottom part of Michigan,
Yeah.
but in the northern half.
Yeah, not the UP.
It's only like an
Oh, I thought
hour
you-
away
oh.
from where I live, so I'm in Petoskey. So Petoskey's kind of like right there.
Like a
Like-
hour
Kind of
and a
like
half.
all the way up
south
here.
of
It's kinda like
Mackinac
right
Island.
There.
Linda
And
is
then
holding
Mom
up her
and Dad-
hand
Mom
and
and
she's
Dad
showing
are
us in her
down
hand
here.
where in Michigan that she is.
I've been to Lake Michigan as a kid, went to a church little gathering. We went on a van, drove to Michigan, Lake Michigan. I went to a blueberry festival in Michigan. That was pretty cool. That was memorable.
It's the lake. In fact, we drove by the lake on Saturday. I mean, it was windy and we were having lake effect snow, and it was beautiful. And that's why, yeah, I jumped out of the truck. Ryan pulled up and he goes, "Mom, you want a picture at the lake?" And I said, "Yes, for me and Leslie." I sent the picture to Jade, and so it looks like I was kiting, and
That was a cool picture.
it was funny, huh? And I
And I
went to
think
that.
the only reason Linda wanted to go up on that flight was to get her little paramotor hanger that we put on the
Oh
mirrors.
yeah, it's actually I can't get it. I can't put it down because Ryan hung it up. Yeah, it's on the ceiling fan. So
You can't reach it?
no.
I use that for
Got
a
it.
teaching
Yeah.
tool in school so I can show people how they would turn, how if you give it gas and it runs, and it runs out of gas, or you have an air bubble as you're taking off, how it swings this way and it'll surge you into the ground. So you got to
the
make sure that
pendulum
you
effect.
got to make sure you run up your your motor beforehand. So yeah.
Yeah, the first time I was doing that, I let off throttle too quick and I pendulum, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
Who
but it was
shrunk
kind of fun.
Falcor down? That's what I'm wondering.
It was
Who
kind of
what?
fun, so I did it again.
I said, who shrunk Falcor down? You know, Jade's holding a little mini version of Falcor.
yeah, look at that. That's so funny.
Y'all
You see
remember
that, Jade?
Falcor? I mean, come on, that is
Yeah,
a,
never
that
ending
is a
story.
Falcor all
Yeah,
day.
Never
Never
ending
Ending
story.
Story.
Yeah.
One of my
I know
favorite
Fal-
movies growing
yeah,
up.
No.
Absolutely.
No,
Really?
Never Ending
Yeah,
Story. I
That's
guess if you watched
Falcor.
it now, it's really cheesy though. You watch it
Everything.
now.
Everything that was cool back when we were young is cheesed bald. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, I love
we used
Fraggle
to
Rock.
be-
I love Fraggle Rock growing up. And then
Oh my
my
God,
grandmother had
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock little. She had stuffed animals of Fraggle Rock all over my bed. It used to freak me out, man. I was scared. And then I started watching the show. And then if I watch the show now, I'd be like, yeah, no.
We used to be a big Knight Rider fan, and the family would sit down and watch Knight Rider. That was our thing, right? So it's on one of the streaming
Oh.
services that we have. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let's go ahead and watch, Michael Knight with kids. And oh my God, it's so boring and cheesy. I'm like, really? I thought this was good. All those
Yeah.
old shows, you look back, it's like
Baywatch.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here. I got work. in the
All
morning.
right. I got to
Thanks,
go
Dad.
to my
The
wife. is
show that
probably-
didn't run very long was Quantum Leap. That
Oh,
show.
they got the new
Yeah.
Quantum Leap. They got the new Quantum Leap. Have you seen the new one?
They got a new
No.
one. What?
Yes.
They got a
Yes,
new one.
it's
I watched it.
amazing.
They
I
still
got to
have
see
it on
the
the
new one
show.
because I wanted the old one, like,
Local
didn't
TV.
even last like a full season and it was gone. I was like, man, I like
No,
that.
there was
I
many
do.
there was many seasons on Quantum Leap.
Huh. I don't
And,
remember.
uh,
I don't remember it
the
being that
Quantum
long.
Leap that I remembered was the one that kind of rings true today, where like everybody was on medication and they had to be on the meds. And if they certain time they took the meds and everybody was like zombified. I mean,
No,
it was
Quantum
like,
Leap was, he
No,
was
Sam
cursor
Beckett went
and
through-
it would come up. It's like this little thing.
oh, that was Sliders. That was
Yeah,
Sliders.
yeah.
Turned
you-
into a car and he would get in the car and it could take a 90-degree turn like perfectly. It's like, wow.
Okay.
That
Quantum mixing
was cool.
Quantum Leap with Sliders.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's what
live.
it was.
All righty, guys. Let's go and say goodbye to everybody on the audio. Bye, everybody on the audio.
Later.
Everybody on the
Thanks for having me
audio.
again, guys.
Yeah,
I
Wednesday.
appreciate it.